888-848-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
I have a sad story to tell you. It may hurt your feelings a bit. Last night when I walked into my bathroom, I stepped in a big pile of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. I think I'll break off with my girlfriend. Her antics are queer, I'll admit. Each time I say, darling, I love you, she tells me that I'm full of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. Our baby fell out of the window. You think that her head would be split, but good luck was with her that morning. She fell in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. An old lady died in a bathtub. She died from a terrible fit. In order to fulfill her wishes, she was buried in 6 feet of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. When I wasn't friends with the army, one day I looked into my kit. I thought I would find me a sandwich, but the darn thing was loaded with shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen. And now, folks, my story is ended. I think it is time I should quit. If any of you feel offended, stick your head in a barrel of shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
It's happy hour, come gather round. Greg and Pamela break it all down. Talking politics and the whacked out world. Every headline makes the chaos swirl. It's time for a smoke break. David drops in Monday and Thursday on Happy Hour. Master Thespian steals Tuesday spotlight on Happy Hour. Eddie stops by on Friday with some snacks on Happy Hour. Laugh a little louder while the whole world's hanging out in the chat. Will change your world on Happy Hour.
stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
It's Tuesday. Who visits us on Tuesday? The Great Warhawk. Master Thespian is here, and David Blackman is going to join us today.
All right.
And there's a ton to talk about. Welcome to the show.
And here they are.
Let's listen for Joey.
No. I have to come back for Joey.
I think Joey has left the building, like
we
Elvis.
have to announce that, like Elvis. They did do that.
He has things to do. People will say, you know, he's a busy man.
He's a bon
busy
vivant
man.
and a man about town.
All right, I have the last of the Cadbury cream
goodness.
eggs for you. This is it. This is the last one. Not until next, unless somebody's got a stash somewhere else. Not until next Easter will you get one. So treat this with respect. Here you go. As I throw it
Your
across
gift-giving
the room.
techniques are something else.
So I've been watching this video you posted on Facebook of the people being playing with bulls. We'll say that, playing with animals that they shouldn't be playing with.
Yes.
I agree with you. I'm like, okay, you people, y'all. That's one of those things that you look at and go, nope, sorry, I'm out.
No, most people with a brain would know better than to, provoke a bull into charging them, because you're going to be outweighed and outgored.
Yep. That's That's just no. If you think that you can, you can handle that situation, you got to be well trained. You got to. Even then, if you're well trained, things will go wrong.
Yeah.
You're dealing with an animal, right? They don't always behave predictably.
Yeah.
So,
They don't speak English. There's a lot of issues there.
anyway, but I just thought that was hysterical. So,
I don't know if I should have this Cadbury cream egg today or have it tomorrow morning.
whatever, just decide what you want to do. It's kind of dreary out there right now.
Some nuggets.
I told, ooh, yeah. Oh, if you got
Well, the rain that we thought was going to be here all weekend, and the Montgomery bubble was up. So a lot of places got heavy rain. But every time each of these lines of storms approached Montgomery, they fell apart and kind of petered out. But today, that was not the case. And we'll be checking in with Skipper here in a minute to see if it's affecting traffic. I suspect it will be.
Yeah.
And again, David Blackman at 3:30.
Well, I'll tell Joey this is what I suspect Seattle weather is like, because I hear it rains up there quite a bit. And this is okay every once in a while, but man, I don't think I could deal with this all the time. It's just dreary. It's moist, you know, and I don't like things being moist.
That's the thing about the weekend. It felt like it was going to rain all the time.
Oh,
because
yeah.
the humidity was so
The
high.
humidity was horrible.
And the sky always looked. I saw the sun maybe a couple of peaks, and that was it.
Well, I was grateful. I had to work Domino's Friday and Saturday nights, and then Monday night, last night.
You
And
worked the
I
whole
was-
Memorial Weekend?
Oh, yeah. No, I slept late, you know. I did go to church and come home and take a nap after church on Sunday.
You're a dedicated dude, man.
Yeah, well, if I could just make more money, I'd be all right. But that's neither here nor there. I think we all would like to make more money, you know.
Yeah.
But the problem is, once you make more money, then you commit yourself to the level of money that you're bringing in. So then you're in the same situation. You're in the same boat. You know, I think that's the thing that you've got to come to grips with is be grateful for what you have and be content with what you have. And a lot of people are still struggling with that, myself included. So,
It came too fast before I was all grown up.
yeah.
And when I was making ridiculous money, I didn't handle it well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't handle it very maturely, that's for sure. I mean, I could have been set. But what I have today is just right. So I'm not complaining. Not a complaint at all.
Hey, and the Lord let you live to learn from that experience.
Yes, he did.
He could have taken you out. There's a
Can't
lot
say I deserved it, that's for sure.
yeah, but there's a lot of people that didn't survive that experience of addiction.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad. It's sad that they don't get a chance to learn from their mistakes and grow and mature and then tell other people. Like you've done a great job of telling others, hey, don't
I
do
want,
what I
you,
do.
I want you to know I'm just as capable of being immature as anybody else. I still have my moments.
No. detail.
So
So anyway, at some point today, I need to give you my review of the Star Wars movie that came out.
yeah, well, I believe the movie man is going to join us at 5:35.
Good. Well, we'll talk about it then.
I know it grossed $100 million, but it was like the lowest grossing Star Wars.
Yeah, but barely, just
Debut.
barely. And I think there's some reasons for that. The lowest grossing was the Solo Star Wars story, which also debuted on Memorial Day weekend. I think 10 years ago. I don't know.
Have you watched The Burrows?
Not yet, but I've seen several very delightful teasers, and it's now intriguing me even more. The more I see, the more I'm like, I gotta watch this thing.
Is it humid in here? Did they turn the
I don't know.
AC down? By the way, did you see the postmortem on Colbert's finale?
Yeah, only 6 million people showed up.
Yeah, and I'll bet
Sad.
80% of those were watching to see if his head would explode or if he'd go on some tirade or meltdown or who was going to be there.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because I didn't care. You
No,
know,
I didn't either.
That's a prime requisite for entertainment. If it's something I care about, I'll go see it. Like this weekend, I went to go see the Star Wars movie. Why? Because I wanted to. I cared about it. And I'm hoping this weekend to go see Pressure. Why? Because it's a movie that I'm intrigued in and it's something I care about. But it comes down to this factor that people are asking that question, what's in it for me? You know, why should I invest my time, my money to go to a theater and watch a movie?
Yeah.
Because 6 weeks from now, maybe even less, that Star Wars movie is going to be on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And everybody that's got Disney Plus will be able to watch it in the comfort of their home. They won't have to worry about things like, you know, popcorn everywhere or rude people in the theater or getting there when you think you're going to see the movie and missing the first 10 minutes of it, you know? So things have changed. Things have changed dramatically in the way people watch entertainment now.
Yeah.
And
Well, we're going to the theater Sunday because a movie called Pressure is out about one of the most important weather forecasts in world history. And we may get a group together to go see it.
what time Sunday?
I don't know. We haven't looked at the times yet.
Okay, let me check.
We're on, right, Rich?
Hell yeah.
It's a big one.
All right, let me do a little.
By the
quick
way,
dive real quick.
whoever Penis Rock is, I blocked you.
Yay. Well, the name alone should have given you.
Well, I was just looking at the comments on the Colbert thing. I can't believe people defend that idiot. Every time they call him a late night entertainer or comedian, I'm like, yeah, and when does that start? He was a late night lecturer on an ideology that most of America doesn't want, rejects. Bye-bye. Primary in Texas today. We'll talk to David Blackman about that, how that's looking. There's just a ton. Of course, we'll get the latest on Iran. I saw gas prices drop just a little bit, not as much as we'd like to see. But the Cloverdale Marathon went from 425 to 409, and they're usually
That's
the
a
highest.
drop.
Yeah,
That's a good drop.
we need some more.
Yeah, I saw MAPCO was flirting with $4 a gallon, and it's back below $4 a gallon, just barely. But
On the other hand, the market, and Brant keeps saying right now the economy is strong, even dealing with this Iranian situation and the price of oil being up. So, but it's got to get fixed soon.
oh man, does it ever?
And nobody wants to hear any more about good conversations or well, we're close to a deal or no deal, you know, and what's next.
Okay, I pulled up Pressure on my AMC app. Okay,
Yeah.
at the moment, the show times for Sunday, they've got it at the AMC Chantilly at 2 p.m. that afternoon, or at 4:30 p.m. or at 7. At the one in Prattville, they've got it at 12:15, 3 o'clock, 5:15 p.m. This is Sunday. So, you know, I may be up for a 2 o'clock showing on Sunday at the Chantilly. But there's no showing listed at the Festival Plaza, which makes me wonder what's going on there. Because typically they're usually posted by Wednesday afternoon, so we'll check back tomorrow and see what's up with that. But right now it's posted at 2 p.m. on Sunday at the Chantilly.
Market was up today, indicating the economy is strong. Dow finishing at 50,005. Brent McDonald at 515 with the Vista Advisors with his take on the day's trading. And you're welcome to call them for financial advice or start a plan or have a conversation. But one thing I'll promise you, it's a no-pressure environment there. They don't work that way. So if you're really interested in getting with some bright people and starting something for your financial future, reach out, 387-0094. Here's our traffic guru, the Skipper.
Well, if you're on East Boulevard, passing Vaughn Road, headed up to I-85, just before Young Barnes and Cohen's, we have an accident in that area, minor in nature. Please watch out for emergency vehicles that may be on the scene there. Everywhere else, light to moderate traffic. We're a little busy around the city. Rain has fallen. Make sure to buckle up those seatbelts, and we will keep you updated. Davis Door and Sash is your trusted source for quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials when you mention this ad. Visit davisdoorandsashalabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
And this is a painting of my grandfather, the only one he ever had made.
Sometime, take a close look around your house.
This sewing machine was my Aunt Mary's.
If you have possessions that are irreplaceable, consider this. Each year, over 65,000 American homes suffer a fire due to an electrical problem. Are our possessions safe? To know for sure, call Crosby Electric, your exclusive provider of Current Safe, the world's foremost home diagnostic system. Using high-tech equipment, Crosby Electric will check your hidden wiring, panel box, light switches, and electrical outlets to pinpoint potential problems and make sure your things are safe.
Oh, my daughter's second grade art project. I'd die if something happened to this.
Some things can't be replaced by insurance. Don't wait another day. Call 272-2085 for an in-home no-obligation assessment or visit crosbyelectric.com. Don't just think it's safe. Know it's safe.
Now you'll be safe with Current Safe.
If you're a local business owner doing digital marketing, quick question, are you getting the results you should be? At Blue Water Broadcasting, we see clients every day who thought their digital was working okay until we showed them a more cost-effective way to run their digital. With 7 radio stations and a full suite of digital solutions, we offer everything from search ads and social media to targeted OTT display and more. We don't just run ads, we build strategic campaigns that drive real results. Before you renew another contract, talk to us. Visit bluewaterbroadcasting.com.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
This station presents Real American Heroes.
Real American Heroes.
Today, we salute you, Mr. Guy Who Keeps Saying It Feels Like a Monday.
Guy who keeps saying it feels like Monday.
After a 3-day weekend, the work week starts on Tuesday, but you just can't wrap your head around it. Your mind is boggled. What kind of time travel sorcery can make a Tuesday feel like a Monday?
Same kind that made Monday a holiday.
Can you imagine if the work week started on Wednesday?
Your head would probably explode, yeah.
So when this guy's doing complicated day of the week math, like if Tuesday is Monday, then Wednesday is Tuesday, and that means the weekend starts on Thursday, pay no attention. He's just Mr. Guy Who Keeps Saying It Feels Like a Monday. A real American hero.
Mr. Guy who keeps saying it feels like Monday.
Keep it up, buddy. A punch in the mouth feels the same no matter what day it is.
That's what I've always heard. It is 3:22 on News Talk 93.1 FM. David Blackman at 3:30 as we begin our weekly tour, bi-weekly tour of the Idiocracy, right?
Yeah. I always love listening to him because he's got such good information and he's very erudite. He's very well-spoken, you know?
Brings a touch of class to this dumpy show out there. Oh, thank you, yes.
Thank you, DJ Fresh.
Our friend DJ Fresh.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Yeah,
All right.
That's what we need for the rest of the afternoon.
Got it.
Yeah,
wow. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But, he's very erudite. He's very aware of what's going on, but he's also got some good commentary on what he thinks is going on. Based on what he sees, he's making some predictions about how things will turn out. And a lot of times his predictions are right.
The feel-good moment of the day will come this evening when John Cornyn loses to Ken Paxton in Texas. He's another one. And as David told us last week, because he's based in Dallas and vicinity, Paxton just ran one ad, and it said, Cornyn's been in the United States Senate for 35 years. Can you name one thing that he's done to make your life better? Just one thing. And the answer to that is no, he really hasn't. So I think he's done. We need to get rid of all of them. They're doing it on the other side, except they're going with Nazis now. That's the new thing in Maine.
Yeah.
That Plattner guy is what a piece of crap.
I keep hoping some of them will be taken out by natural causes, because some of those people are old. They're in their 80s.
They're scary.
Bernie Sanders is close to 90.
Plattner is young, though. He could be the male AOC, and got a female AOC is bad enough.
Well, some of the stuff that they're uncovering about his comments about fellow soldiers.
Oh, yeah. In fact, the guy that took out bin Laden said, back down, pal. You're out of line.
Yeah, very much. Very much so.
And he totally is. Real piece of work.
So anyway, we'll see how it all shakes out. When are the runoffs for the Alabama elections? Is that in July?
Yeah, no, I think they're in June.
I'll have to look it up.
The two judges running for the 5th seat in the Elmore district are going to be making return appearances here. Let me just double check that. I think tomorrow Brad Ekdahl will be here, and probably Carolyn Carter.
Yeah.
Because I believe those are the two in the runoff. So anyway, it's 3:25. We'll get ready for David in a minute. If you have a life crisis or a family issue that needs resolution, don't let it get the best of you. Reach out for help immediately, not after you've let it take you where it's going to go. Have somebody who can immediately take it off your hands. Say, okay, here's the deal.
Yep.
This is where you're at. This is where you want to be. And here's how we're going to get there. And just follow along. We'll lead, and you'll be fine when all is said and done. Perhaps you know somebody who's going through a crisis. Could be a divorce, separation, whatever it is. Some people just have no skill at looking out for their own best interests. So that's why you reach out to Dana Delk and Jacqueline Tomlinson, who are extraordinary at speaking of that video, grabbing the bull by the horns. Those two, I don't know if I'd want to run the Bulls. The Bulls would want to run with them. Because you don't mess with them. But it's great to have that kind of advocacy when you can't be your own best advocate.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Not just divorce, but if you're struggling with adoption, blended families, other issues, somebody from the past comes back and wants more or a different deal, give it to them. That's what they specialize in, and they do it very, very well. 819-4810, 819-4810, or the AlabamaFamilyLawyers.com for Delk and Tomlinson, attorneys at law.
The representation is made that the quality of legal services performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
David Blackman on the other side of this break, following Rich's weather.
Well, it is a rainy afternoon in Montgomery, and we definitely have accidents. Taylor Road, if you're coming from AUM up to I-85, 4 vehicles involved in an accident. The left lane is blocked. Please get over in your right lane there. We also had an accident, minor in nature. This is on East Boulevard, just up from Vaughn before Young Barn. Please watch out for it. Light to mostly moderate traffic everywhere else. We will keep you updated. Get $1,000 customer cash on Camrys at McKinnon Toyota. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Bath Innovations. Call Bath Innovations today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. A second person involved in a Friday night motorcycle crash in Wetumpka has died. The accident happened just before midnight on Highway 231, where Bailey Alyssa Ward died at the scene. Ward had received her diploma from Reeltown High School just hours before the crash. The driver of the motorcycle, 18-year-old Aiden Morgan, died of his injuries Sunday in a Montgomery hospital. The Wetumpka Fire Department is investigating a fire at a gas station in the downtown area on Monday afternoon. The fire broke out at the Marathon gas station at the intersection of Highway 231 and Highway 14. Officials noted that someone was putting gas into their car when the fire began. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Montgomery Regional Airport has appointed a new executive director. The airport authority announced Lloyd Jenkins as the new executive director on Friday. Jenkins becomes just the 8th executive director in the airport's history. Lloyd Jenkins previously served as Montgomery Airport's police chief. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
Bath Innovations of Alabama can replace your old bathtub with a low-step shower featuring built-in seating, secure grab bars, and slip-resistant flooring, often installed in as little as 1 day. Call Bath Innovations of Alabama today to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Hey Biscuits fans, it's Luke Maley here, and Tuesdays just got a whole lot better. Come on out to Davos Park for Tacos and Tall Boys Tuesdays. That's $4 tacos and $4 select Tall Boys, all while watching the Biscuits take on their Southern League opponents. It's the perfect way to spice up your week and enjoy some great baseball. For tickets and info, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call 323-BALL.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Truckers, listen up. A $2,500 sign-on bonus only at Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Work for a company that puts God and family first. 855-777-9785. Wiley Sanders Truck Lines.
Rich Thomas weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome to the world of Idiocracy with Greg, Pamela, and experts, especially David Blackman, talking about all the latest mess. Get it off your chest and tune to the best. The tales of Idiocracy.
I like that.
The tales of Idiocracy. Oh, the tales of Idiocracy. It's the tales of Idiocracy.
Wow! And welcome. I'm babysitting a bird this afternoon, David.
It's the Warhawk. I'm here.
I believe you've met or worked with Master Thespian previously.
We've been a few times on the YouTube stream here. How
Yes,
are you,
yes,
brother?
sir. Hey, I like that Spamalot shirt.
Yes, thank you. I was in the production of Spamalot. I played 8 different roles and had 13 costume changes in 90 minutes.
He was
nuts.
amazing.
It was nuts.
That's why he's called a Master Thespian. I'm wearing a Van Heusen long sleeve with the sleeves rolled up. If anybody cares what I have on.
A long
I can't remember where I got this shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, I got the echo going again.
And I just removed it.
You got it? Okay, good. I was going to say a long time ago, I was in Texas back in the 80s doing summer theater in Galveston. I don't know if you ever knew of a place called
Galveston Opera House, yeah.
Well, this is the Galveston Island Outdoor Musicals.
Oh, okay.
This is the project Mrs. Moody had, and once she died, her children was like, "Oh, we don't want to keep this going," so they closed it down. But did some cool stuff out there. Was in production of The Lone Star. I played Stephen F. Austin, the father of Texas.
There you go.
I was told that was the way you got to say it. And then a production of Oklahoma and a production of South Pacific, and it was good. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Did 2 summers there in Galveston and enjoyed it quite a bit.
I'd want to visit Galveston just to see whatever you can see that gives you a perspective on the 1900 hurricane.
Oh, graveyards.
Well, you got the seawall that's 10.5 miles long. It's the longest seawall in the world, I believe. And
it's impressive. It really
it
is.
was built in like 1915. In the wake of that storm, I just wrote about it on my Substack. In the wake of that storm, 8,000 people died, still the biggest natural disaster in U.S. history. The people of that island who survived didn't run away scared. They dredged millions of tons of sand out of the Gulf of Mexico and raised the eastern half of that 30-mile-long island by 11 feet and built that seawall.
And they
so
jacked
that it
houses
was flooded by the Gulf of Mexico again. Now, it did get flooded from the other side when the bay backed up over the island during Hurricane Ike in 2008.
Yeah.
But, you can't protect from everything.
There's a cool place there called the Bishop's Palace that survived that initial hurricane. But the thing that it will impress you if you go there, Greg, are the graveyards. There are cemeteries, just block after block after block of cemeteries of all the bodies that got washed back on shore after the hurricane. Because that's
when
what
they were
happened.
raising the island, they literally dug up every one of those graves. And reburied them.
Wow!
After they had raised the level.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Pretty amazing.
Crazy.
It really is.
But it's a cool place. You should visit. It's
a
cool
good
place.
thing in 1900 they did not have climate change.
Yeah.
Because they could have blamed the storm on that. But by the way, according to John Stossel, climate change, it ain't happening.
This environmental catastrophe bearing down on us.
I keep hearing that we're killing the earth.
How dare you?
It's the 20th anniversary of Al Gore's An Inconvenient Pile of Crap.
Yeah.
And none of his predictions have come true.
Those poor polar bears are going to die.
Kilimanjaro still has snow, and Glacier National Park still has glaciers. But this is what the Democrats were offering us, within the last decade. Little Greta there, who's grown into an unfortunate...
Dear sweet Greta.
Yeah. And now I guess she's decided to give up the climate alarmism bracket and go into pro-Palestinian worship or something.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, as long as we're on that side of the world, let's talk about Iran.
Well, yeah. I'm echo again. We got a pending deal, apparently, maybe. I don't know. Nobody knows. We're talking about it and tweeting about it and posting about it on Truth Social a lot. And nobody knows really what's in it and what's not in it. And I don't think even the president does or the Iranian government does, frankly. And I remain skeptical that you can ever do a deal with this government in Iran, such as it is.
Right.
That is any better than the thing Obama had in place, and that was an atrocity.
Yeah.
So I'm not optimistic.
I know that NPR was wringing their hands today over it because they were citing the two incidents where U.S. forces took out a missile launch site and also took out some boats that were trying to lay mines. And I think that's indicative of what's going on, is that you have leadership in Iran who are trying to make a deal with the U.S., but you got a lot of other people in the IRGC who are like, I'm not doing anything.
That's what they live for.
That's to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you do with the IRGC other than kill them all. You either have to kill them all or you're going to have a perpetual problem.
Yeah, because they are not going to do what the government wants, what any government wants them to do. They're
Meanwhile, the market had a decent day, and the Marathon gas station, which has been my benchmark because it's generally the local retail. It was at $4.25. Now it's down to $4.09. What's happening with the price of oil per barrel, David?
Well, it dropped. It dropped since Friday. It's down. West Texas Intermediate's down around 92 now. It's down about $6 since all this broke over the weekend. And, but if you have an announcement tomorrow that the deal's off, it's going to go right back up over 100. And we've been through this how many times now, where we had a deal and then we didn't have a deal, and it's getting old. I just have to say that President Trump needs to stop talking about it until it's done.
Yeah,
it needs to stop with this back and forth stuff. And frankly, as I've been saying for almost 2 months now, about a month and a half now, I just don't think there's any negotiated settlement that's any better than what Obama had in place. You're either going to kill all these people or you're going to leave them in place. And if you leave them in place, then we're going to be right back here again in a few years.
Yep.
And because these are not civilized human beings, they're not people you can deal with. They're not people who are ever going to uphold any agreement that you enter into with them. And it's just incredibly naive and counterproductive to be going through this, because what we've allowed them to do since we implemented this ceasefire was to rebuild their parts of their military. I mean, they still don't have any Navy to speak of, and they've been decimated in a lot of ways, but they've been able to reload a lot of their arsenal. And, I think it's all for nothing, frankly.
Well, obviously they can't be trusted. Is this clip from Petraeus something I should set up to play?
I don't even know if there is a clip from it. Did I send a clip?
I got a link. But tell us about...
Oh, that's just a written story. That's just the written
Okay.
story.
Okay.
Yeah, Petraeus says that he thinks Iran's blinking because they have been decimated. They don't have a Navy. Their missile systems have been largely destroyed and depleted, but they do still have thousands and thousands of drones. And they're able to continue threatening shipping through the Strait of Hormuz as long as you leave these people in the IRGC living. Okay? You're either going to have to kill those people or you're going to have a constant problem at the Strait of Hormuz. This is very simple. And, you can make whatever deal you want to with government, in which they promise to never interrupt shipping again or not to charge a toll. But if the IRGC doesn't like the deal, they're just going to start firing drones at passing ships and mine the strait again.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't want to be Mr. Negative here, but you're just not dealing with civilized people. You're just not. I'm sorry.
What I like about this situation is the way the Democrats have rallied in such patriotic fashion to show their support and root for America.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
They're rooting for Iran.
Yeah, and they have been since day one.
Yep.
Because they want Trump to lose. Everything they do is just hate Trump. So whatever Trump is for, they're against.
Orange man bad. Orange man bad.
By the way, listener Marty Mann says Walmart on Vaughn was $3.87 earlier today.
Okay.
And
yeah,
Georgia,
I filled up at a station on Saturday here in Texas, in North Texas, which, we're in the Metroplex and it's a pretty expensive market, where they were selling regular for $3.89. The statewide average is supposedly $4.05, but I'm not sure where it's more expensive in Texas than it is here. So
I don't know if you answer this question or not, but if gas prices had just naturally risen since like the 70s, what would a gallon of gas cost today on that basis? We're still lower than we would be.
With the rate of inflation, it would be right about where it is right now, actually.
Okay.
Pretty much where it would be if it had just followed the normal rate of inflation since it first got to 50 cents back in 1974 or 73. If you took that price then and worked the rate of inflation into it, it'd be around $4 or $4.50.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a weird question. How many refineries do you have active there in Texas? Oil refineries?
Oh, more than 30. I'm not sure exactly the number, but there's a lot of refineries in Texas. We're probably more than in any other state. Well, certainly more than in any other state.
Would the situation be better if we had more oil refineries available?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can't be totally energy independent because we haven't built any refineries since
Yeah.
1979. We've got a new one going in down on the Rio Grande near Brownsville here in the next 3 years, and that's great. It's first time in half a century, basically.
But they've thrown up so
if
many
we had
regulations.
continued to build adequate refining capacity that was capable of refining all of the light sweet crude that we're producing out of these shale plays now, then we could be energy independent. We wouldn't be hostage to the global oil price. But we haven't done that. All of our refineries, well, not all of them, but most of them were set up to refine heavy crudes coming in from Canada, the Middle East, and Venezuela, and Mexico back in the 70s.
Yeah.
When we were importing 3/4 of our oil consumption.
Yeah.
And we could be independent from all of this had we just continued to build adequate refining capacity. But the
Right.
government prevented that.
Yeah, those visionary people that we send to Washington, D.C., what did Petraeus say that he has him believing that Iran is blinking? What did he specifically speak to?
Well, he just says that they understand, the Iranian government, the official civilian government, understands that the military is decimated. They can't withstand much more of this kind of focused assault from both the United States and Israeli military.
Yeah.
The IRGC, though, is independent from the military. So the civil government is blinking. That's what Petraeus is talking about. But the problem is getting the IRGC to accept that reality and come on board with it all. And as long as, you've got the mullahs telling the IRGC to hold firm and keep lobbing drones occasionally at the UAE and Qatar and other places, it just doesn't make any difference what you do with the civilian government. And it's so easy for them if, supposedly one of the things in this agreement is the United States is going to cease military operations and, back away out of the Persian Gulf. Okay.
And
And
I don't know about that.
well, if we do that, then it's going to take the IRGC about a day and a half to mine the whole Strait of Hormuz again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And make shipping impossible out of there. So,
Because that's really the only bargaining.
It's a non-starter. It's just
Yeah.
a non-starter.
And that's really the only bargaining chip they've got, right? The
Right.
Strait of Hormuz is it.
That's it. That's all they have. And I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand, and I really think has been very questionable, is if you remember at the end of the Vietnam War, when Nixon was trying to negotiate, him and Kissinger, with the North Vietnamese, a settlement. During the course of those negotiations, which were just like these, they just went on and on and on with the North Vietnamese delaying, using every delaying tactic they could think of. The United States kept bombing. You just bombed every day, kept it going, the assault the whole time till you finally got to an agreement. I don't understand why we didn't do this throughout this ceasefire. We should have said no ceasefire. You're going to do a deal. When you do a deal, we'll stop bombing you. But I just think by now, of course, that was 6 weeks ago. In the intervening 6 weeks, we probably could have decimated the IRGC's positions that threatened the Strait of Hormuz by now. And so we kind of took away our own leverage there by entering into this ceasefire. And, I realize there's a lot of moving parts here. We're dwindling our own resources in terms of weaponry, our own inventories of those weapons. But if you want to get to a successful solution here, it's just something you're going to have to do. Otherwise, you're going to enter into a deal that is just not going to, it's not going to be a good deal. I just don't see how you get to a good deal in this fashion. And so,
well, I'm wondering,
they're going to have a big meeting tomorrow at Camp David. We'll see what they come out of it with.
Yeah. I'm wondering how much the military intelligence of the United States knows about those positions. Because I bet they've been taking that time to try to pinpoint every single one.
Oh, I think they know where all of it is. Yeah. I mean, I think Israel's known for years.
Yeah.
And what's holding us back? I don't know. I do know that. So we have these bunker buster bombs, and we have a limited inventory of those.
Yes.
And one of the big concerns is we can't use up too many of our bunker busters with Iran because we need to have that inventory there to threaten China. Because China's gone underground with so much of their stuff, and Russia has too. And so you have this concern about, we don't have a big enough inventory of the bunker busters that you could use, because the IRGC's gone underground with a lot of their stuff as well, which the bunker busters could take out. But, there's a reluctance to use any more of those on Iran because you have to maintain this deterrence with China. And so there's, it's just a lot of, I don't want it to sound like I'm bad mouthing the administration, the Pentagon. These people are doing the best they can do. And they have all these other threats to think about. But if you weren't going to commit to a successful conclusion of this thing, then you shouldn't have gone into it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah. If you end up with a bad deal here that is unenforceable and leaves Iran with their processed uranium, their enriched uranium, what have you accomplished? You really haven't accomplished anything.
No. I've never heard the words Camp David used much during the entirety of Trump's presidencies.
No.
So I'm finding it interesting that he's having a full cabinet meeting there. And Tulsi is going to be. I'm so sad to see Tulsi leaving.
I am too, but I understand why she's doing it.
Oh, yeah.
I do too. Yeah.
You go to Camp David instead of Mar-a-Lago because the security is a lot more secure at Camp David than it can ever possibly be at Mar-a-Lago. And if you're going to have the entire cabinet off-site, apparently he doesn't want, he doesn't want this meeting to be anywhere in the vicinity of the news media.
Yeah.
And
I
these
agree with
White
that.
House reporters, and I don't blame him for that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I heard that. I was like, there's something he wants to talk about. He doesn't want anybody else to get a wind of. So, but I got a feeling Tulsi Gabbard's going to have a place in the future in the U.S. government. She's just too good. She's too good to, too smart an individual, and just a
She really
a
is,
well-spoken
yeah.
person.
Yeah.
So
She's all that.
I hope all this stuff with her husband resolves itself.
Yeah, breaking news from the Idiocracy.
Shortwave, take it down, quick. What's it say? Shut up.
Smiling New York Mayor Zohran Mamdani was just announcing on TV that they will remove ownership of property from irresponsible landlords and transfer it to people they can trust.
What?
All with a big smile on his face.
What?
The Northern Light.
Do you see who he's going to transfer it to? NGOs, 501c3s.
What could go wrong?
So it's just a grift. It's just the money's going to go to all his buddies that have these NGOs, and
of course,
and they're going to kick it back to him, and it's just going to be this every Democrat gets rich kind of circle thing like we've had in Minnesota and California and all over the country.
Socialism is never for the socialists.
Yeah.
See, they know how to handle the wealthy lifestyle.
Yeah.
And their work is so important that it's really more important than you and your life and your conditions.
But of course.
And that's why it's so popular with the people that promote it, because they're getting a nice cut out of the...
Noblesse oblige.
So here's the problem for us as a country is there's no solution to this unless you're willing to completely repeal Section 501c of the Internal Revenue Code and eliminate all nonprofits in this country with one fell swoop and start over with a different organizational structure and different disclosure requirements that are currently in the law. You have to eliminate this segment of our society because it is looting our treasury.
Yeah.
Hundreds of billions of dollars every year. And it's going to break us if we don't do something drastic.
Would the Southern Poverty Law Center be a 501c3?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
But you've also got arts organizations like the Alabama Shakespeare Festival. They're
Right.
a 501c.
Well, that's fine.
And that's the
Well,
unfortunate part of it. So,
yeah.
but you can't just pick and choose. Or
No.
you're going to end up with a century of lawsuits. You
Eric's
just have to
thing was
repeal the
Yeah.
law and then create a different structure with different vetting requirements and different disclosure requirements of where the money's coming from. I just wrote a big story today about the data center issue.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, is putting a big data center into Utah, and he hired a firm to do an investigation where the opposition was coming from, because all of a sudden, all these protesters just popped up
Oh,
one day
yeah.
out of nowhere.
We had 109 busloads of them in Alabama a couple of weeks
same
ago.
thing, same thing. So
Signs
he
and
hired a
everything.
firm to do a forensic audit of where the money's coming from. Where is it coming from? China.
Oh,
That's just fun.
Hassan Piker didn't that
Oh.
that piece of crap. Hassan Piker. He let it slip that
Yeah.
China was providing the money for all of this stuff.
Right. And he just got a subpoena from the Justice Department on
Good.
Friday. So,
I'd like-
he's under investigation.
Oh, I'd like to see him
And
in
so
jail.
it's going to be a huge scandal. But again, how's that being funneled into these protests? Through 501c3 organizations
Yeah.
that are owned by Democrats, run by Democrats, staffed by Democrats, and benefiting Democrat politicians.
We have a call from Eric at 355. Eric, good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, guys. Hey, this is unrelated, but I'm gonna make it quick. You know what? Was it Friday that you did all of those little clips? You know, the comedy clips.
Yeah.
And I've got 3 friends that heard the think yesterday you did that on Monday. It was a replay, but I'm gonna tell you something, buddy. That was awesome. And if you have time, could you chuck something in there, in between maybe, and do like you were doing from Friday? I mean, that was kick ass.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yep.
It ain't just me. I got a friend. He enjoyed it. McCormick. He enjoyed it. And Cindy enjoyed it from Millbrook. And Dale down there, give him hell, Dale, at the shop. He says, I heard it. And they said, well,
I think we've hit on
Dale,
something.
pick it up a little bit and keep doing it, which we love it.
Okay.
And that's 4 people.
I appreciate that, and I welcome that kind of feedback, especially if it's very nice to me. I really love that kind of feedback. I think it's a good idea. I've been looking for something to do in that segment of the show. We got the movie Maven at 5:35. She'll be on today. So thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it, and thank your friends
You're very
for.
welcome.
All righty.
David, to put it into context, yesterday was holiday, so Craig reran a show from, I think, August of 2017. Wasn't it 2017, 2018? Because I was listening to that yesterday and going, wow, this is from, because the Peyton the intern, it was her last day, and you were talking about Trump's first term, and Steve Bannon had just resigned. But I was sitting there going, wow, this is almost 10 years old. But it was good. It was still good.
Well,
That was fun.
there's
part
so
of it.
much great stuff. Hey,
Hey, I even made an appearance in that. I called in talking about some sort of nonsense.
wow.
So,
Well, we have reached the top of the hour. We still have a ton to talk about, especially Election Day in Texas. In fact, I find that so exciting. I was talking about it on the morning show.
Ah.
And y'all know who we're rooting for. But
Oh, yeah.
I want to get the latest from you on polls and everything else. Subscribe to David Blackman by visiting davidblackman.substack.com. It is the best thing you can find in your inbox in the morning. And David, we will see you on the other side of this top of the hour break. We have 2 more big segments with David coming up in just a couple of minutes. Thursday, right after the show, we're going to head to a place called Smoky Notes. It's our new restaurant, and man, am I getting great feedback. I mean, I've been there and sampled a whole number of different items from the menu, and I can't recommend it highly enough, but we're going to go out there and...
I passed by it a couple of times this weekend. It's in a very convenient location.
Yeah, it's on the boulevard. Well, if you remember the It'll Do Tavern, they've redone that building, and that's where the restaurant's located, but they do the real deal barbecue and offer a whole, the sandwiches. I always start there because they've got brisket melt, mashed burgers, and smash burgers. Monte Carlo, pulled pork or chicken, turkey, smoked wings, awesome sides, including cabbage. I say cabbage.
Cabbage?
Great green beans, homemade coleslaw, mac and cheese with an Alfredo base. That's really different. And you heard us raving about the Boudin balls, which are awesome. So come and join us Thursday night at Smoky Notes. That's the name of it. And you can find them at smokynotes.com online. Take a look in advance at the menu. There are so many things, though, CC listed that you will want to try. And we hope to see you there Thursday night after happy hour. Back with David in a bit. SRN News just ahead.
We had a new accident a little earlier, East Boulevard at Young Barn. We're hoping that one has cleared. New accident, Highway 80, Selma Highway, right before I-65. Watch out for emergency vehicles there, as well as Taylor Road, just past AUM on your way up to I-85. We've got a 4-vehicle accident. Left lane is blocked. Right lane going to be your best bet there. Raining in Montgomery, light to mostly moderate traffic all over the area. Keep it here for updates. At McKenna Nissan, you can get up to $5,000 off a new Armada, up to $5,000 on a Nissan Frontier. At the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKenna Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Planton. Buckle up with the J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. 5 reasons to get a home inspection before you close on a home. Homeowners buying their first home or their 10th home still need a home inspection performed. First, you will find out firsthand the true condition of the home, the age and state of the heating and air, the roof, electrical, and plumbing as of the date of inspection. Second, it may give you the ability to renegotiate repairs that the seller will end up paying for before closing. Third, if the results show that the repairs would be too costly, then you can opt out of the contract without losing your earnest money. Fourth, the age and state of the systems will indicate what shape the rest of the house might be in and give you the option to opt out of the transaction or renegotiate terms. Fifth, knowing what needs to be done to the house will allow you the opportunity to update the home properly to your taste. For a list of the best home inspectors in the area, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group at 334-221-2883 or 551-0225. The Goodson Group.
Mayday, Mayday, may I have your attention? I want to announce that Pizza Perfect in May. You can buy a large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for only $10. You already know that Pizza Perfect has the best pizza buffet in town, including spaghetti, breadsticks, salad, dessert, and drink for only $13 at lunch and dinner on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday all day. In May, buy any large pizza at the regular price and get a large single topping pizza for $10. Pizza Perfect, Coliseum Boulevard in Eastbrook. Available for pickup and delivery.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
It's May 26th, the greatest day ever. On the 26th of May, 1897, the classic vampire novel Dracula went on sale in London bookshops. This horror story inspired countless interpretations of the story about an undead monster who could only be killed by a wooden stake through the heart, or by a high school girl named Buffy. Have a great May 26th, the greatest day ever.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
Time of the Vampire Ball, 403.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says details are still being worked out to end the war with Iran. Meanwhile, Iran complaining about some U.S. airstrikes yesterday. They took out missile launch sites and also some areas where the boats were staging to drop their mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, Iran denouncing those strikes as what it calls bad faith and unreliability. Marco Rubio's visit to India highlights efforts to stabilize relations with Washington and New Delhi. The two countries aim to strengthen their strategic and economic ties. The Trump administration preparing for a huge sports event ahead of the president's birthday in June. They plan to hold an MMA match right there at the White House. It was a mixed bag on Wall Street today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average struggled a bit. It was off 118 points at the closing bell. The high-tech NASDAQ fared much better. It was up 312. This is SRN News.
Hey, if your loved one is aging but still mobile, still values their independence, there's a simple tool that keeps them safe and keeps you in the know. I am proud to tell you about Safety Plus by Connected Caregiver. Safety Plus is a wearable device that alerts you immediately if your loved one has had a fall. They can wear it as a necklace, on their belt, but there's even a great watch option. There's even a simple push button on the device allowing mom or dad instant access to emergency services. As you age, it's not like you plan for a fall. Suddenly your knee might lock up, there's an uneven surface, wet floor. There's simply no excuse to not wear something discreet that keeps you safe and can keep you at home longer. That's Safety Plus by Connected Caregiver. To see if you qualify for a free device, call 888-870-8020, 888-870-8020, or visit ccgoffer.com, ccgoffer.com. Again, 888-870-8020. With Connected Caregiver, peace of mind is just a phone call away.
When it comes to your mortgage, who you work with matters. And this is one decision where local makes all the difference. Don't fall victim to flashy mailers, spam calls, or 1-800 lenders who don't even know your name, much less your neighborhood. Those lenders are often sitting in some faraway state, reading from a script, and chasing volume, not relationships. A local lender understands the market you live in, or should I say that we live in. At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can look at us in the eye and trust us with one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Local lenders don't disappear after closing day. Our reputation is built right here, one family at a time. So before you pick up the phone and call a stranger, remember us, Kim Williams and Madeline Cannon at Alabama Home Mortgage. You deserve guidance from someone who knows the community because they're a part of it. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223 or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
Leanne Morgan, the Time of Our Lives tour.
My children went to a small Christian school in Knoxville, and the girl that worked front desk was Jeannie, who's a good friend of mine. And I dropped my little children off that morning, and I came back that afternoon, and Jeannie saw me walk in, and she grabbed her chest and said, "Oh my gosh, Leanne, how are you walking?" She said, "Maggie said you had surgery today." I said, "Jeannie, I got my IUD replaced."
Montgomery Performing Arts Center, Due to Demand, third show added July 26th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Big dreams for your home on a tight budget? ASE's $26.26 as you covered. Unlock your home's equity with just $26 in closing costs. No fees, no headaches. Visit your local ASE branch today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 420259.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
We're returning with David Blackman, and I found a clip from the great Adam Carolla on how difficult it's going to be to explain Elon Musk to future generations. This is good stuff.
Interesting.
And you know what? Eventually, it's going to come with some audio.
This is great.
Got behind a Tesla on the 15 and it was like, don't blame me. I bought this car. And I was like, oh, remember 10 minutes ago they were burning Tesla dealerships and spiking their tires and keying Teslas and stuff. And I'm like, are we just, but here's what I want to say to people. So we're done with Elon? But by the way, like, how do I explain this to future generations? Like, what happened? There was this guy who's a genius from South Africa and he came here and he made an electric car. Oh, they hate electric. No, they love electric cars. Oh, okay. And then what? Well, he was a genius, and he built electric cars, and they love the guy. But then what happened? Well, he bought Twitter.
Yeah.
For what? For free speech. Oh, okay. So they love the guy more. No. Now they're angry. Why are they angry? Just opened up the thing. Well, they didn't want to admit that they used Twitter to do whatever the they wanted, and they hated free speech. They just wanted their speech, but he opened up. So anyway, then he started a department called Doge, where he was going to save taxpayers a whole bunch of money. Oh, they must have loved that. No, that made them more angry.
Really mad.
What do you mean? They started burning Teslas. Wait a minute. I thought they loved the environment. Yet they do. Okay, but then what? So what happened? Oh, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. They were forgiven.
But how long were they burning the? Oh, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they were done.
Yeah. He figured out that we were paying for circumcisions in like Senegal.
Right. Or circumcision education in Senegal or something.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to save more money. And then they wanted to burn the Teslas down. Okay, but so are they still mad at Teslas? No, that was some weeks ago.
That just so brilliantly points out the
hypocrisy.
gadfly approach to the world that the left embraces. They're just nuts. Which brings us to Election Day in Texas. And David Blackman, you are there, Dallas and vicinity. I'm sure you've been watching the polling data and so forth. Trump endorsed him. And didn't somebody say that because Trump endorsed Ken Paxton, that means the Democrats are absolutely going to win the seat now?
Oh, yeah. Well, so, yes, that's the narrative, of course, is that. And, of course, it'll change after Paxton wins today.
Of course.
But, once Trump made that endorsement, well, then the narrative became, whoa, if Paxton wins, that means that James Tallarico is going to win the general election and Texas is going to turn blue. Well, that's BS, and everybody in Texas knows it's BS. And but it was Cornyn's best talking point for the last week. It's the only hope he had was to scare people into voting for himself. And then he sent out appeals Thursday and Friday to Democrats to cross party lines and vote in the Republican primary for him to prevent Ken Paxton.
That's an honest way to keep a seat.
Yeah, and so but. He'll make it closer than it would have otherwise been doing those things. He may get up to 45% of the vote today, but he's not going to win. And that's good. I mean, he doesn't deserve to win, just like Bill Cassidy in Louisiana didn't deserve to win.
Yep.
And didn't you told us that Paxton did a brilliant marketing campaign?
Yeah, he had the best ad I've seen, and that just was simply asking people to try to name one thing John Cornyn's done for them in his 35 years as a politician. And
I love that.
Done for Texas. And you can't name a thing. There's nothing. And, you can't be a 4-term senator and have people be able to say that about you. You just can't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And that harkens back to Reagan with the, is your life better now?
Yeah.
4 years later than it was before?
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing. And it's so simple. You wonder why more candidates don't think of that and go back to it, because it was such an effective thing for Reagan. And, in the general election, so there's been a couple of polls that show Tallarico, this lunatic Democrat, running basically even with Paxton in the general. But the same polls also show him running basically even with John Cornyn. So, it doesn't support anything. But here's what they're going to be able to do with Tallarico. The guys said just the craziest things.
Oh, and it's
public
all on tape.
Yeah,
It's
for the
all on
last
tape.
6 years. And it's all on video. And all Paxton's got to do is raise enough money to run about 2 weeks worth of commercials that simply consist of James Tallarico talking. And it'll knock 10 points off his ceiling. His ceiling today might be 47, 48% of the vote. But after 2 weeks of those ads, it's going to be 37, 38%. He's not a threat. He's not even Beto O'Rourke quality of a candidate. Because he's crazy, and everybody's going to know that too.
Yep.
Beto made one of those elections kind of close. I think it was against Ted Cruz. It was like 51-48 or something.
Yeah, it was 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what happened there was we had $130 million of California and New York money come into Texas behind Beto. And Cruz, of course, Mitch McConnell wouldn't give Ted Cruz any money.
Of course. Yep.
And so he was outspent by 10-1.
David, the clip that you had on the blog with Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
And Mazie Hirono.
Oh, boy. Woo. It is brutal, man. Brutal.
I started playing that on Friday. Mazie Hirono with the voice like
she's
only
the
worse.
dumbest person in the world. It's just, man.
I played it, I think twice Thursday, again Friday morning, Friday afternoon, and then I put it on Facebook, and it's had like 1,500 views.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the greatest case against the Democratic Party that anybody's ever made. It just lays them to waste, but they're in somebody, I forget who it was, made the case that Trump derangement syndrome is really a form of mass hysteria because they've got so many compliant helpers in the legacy media still, and total networks like CNN and MS Now, then and yesterday, whatever it is, all spewing the same coordinated crapola, courtesy from their news director, Barack Hussein Obama. And some people just buy into this fear. They live to have something to go crazy about. Now, there's another election going on with Chip Roy.
Yeah.
Do we like him or
my
don't we?
favorite?
Is he?
Oh, God, no. I can't stand the guy.
I was going to say, did you change your mind? I thought that was the case. Do you think he's got a chance against his opponent in the Attorney General runoff?
No, he's going to get killed. Mays Middleton is the guy that Trump is backing, and he's going to win. I don't think Chip Roy will get 45% either. I think it's going to be a wipeout.
Did they learn anything from all the other primaries where Trump endorsed candidates have all won? 37-0.
Yeah.
I wish the Yankees could have a 37-game winning streak. That would be really nice. So they must believe somewhere that Donald Trump is the kiss of death for a candidate. Look, we're all frustrated about gas prices and the amount of time it's taking to get Iran finished, but I'm still glad he's in the White House.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
They keep thinking because of that we all hate him now or something. I don't know. They're just
Well,
mentally-
and all the people, in the national media, I see these dopes on CNN and Fox and really everywhere commenting on this race. They don't understand anything about Texas. Okay. And the reality is Texas has gotten redder over the last 10 years. You know, the Democrats, the first big push they made to try to win Texas was back, if you remember, we had a woman named Wendy Davis who had made a big splash by doing a filibuster, a pro-abortion filibuster on the floor of our legislature. She was a senator from Fort Worth. And I dealt with her a lot when she was in the legislature. She wasn't a bad person, but she made this big splash. And so they said, hey, and that was like in 2011. And they said, hey, we need a candidate to run for governor in 2014. Why don't you run against Greg Abbott? And she says, sure, I'll do it. And the Democrats decided to come into Texas and spend millions and millions of dollars behind Wendy Davis to prop her up as the next big thing in the Democratic Party. And she got beat. I think it was 59 to 39% of the vote. It was the biggest wipeout in the 21st century, you know, because she was a terrible candidate. And if anything, Texas has become a more red state since 2014. This is not a place where the Democrats are making up a lot of ground right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I first started working in Austin in public policy back in the mid 90s, and all the lobbyists in Austin at that time were former LBJ people. They're all former Democrats because the Republicans had just taken control in '94 election. And so they're all telling me, oh, well, you know, Republicans, they're not going to be in power, you know, anytime at all. In 4 years, the Democrats will take it all back. And every election cycle, same thing. Oh, David, it's about to turn blue again. You know, Democrats are going to. Well, here we are. 32 years later, the Democrats have not won a single statewide election in this state in 32 years.
Good.
And they're not going to this year either.
That makes up for the fact that we haven't won too many up in New England.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just came across a story that is hugely disturbing. A panel of leftist federal judges defies the Supreme Court and orders Alabama to reinstate its rigged and racially gerrymandered congressional map. Do we have to do that? Why would we do that?
Well, you have to do it unless you get an appeal filed, a stay from the Supreme Court. You know, you need to file a writ of habeas corpus for an injunction from the Supreme Court.
Well, I bet they're already doing that.
And I'm sure they're doing that, and they will win. You know, I mean, this is a bunch of Obama people.
But they're just trying. They're
Obama
trying to
and
delay.
Biden judges. Yeah,
it's the delay.
It's just a delay.
They're losing at every turn. I don't know what the hell's going on in Virginia, but the crack pottery there is at a disturbing level.
Yeah, very much so.
I mean, and that governor just, how come nobody sees it? She's just not making eye contact with reality.
She's a freaky looking person. She's just, she looks
All
like a
liberal women
character
are.
out of The Wizard of Oz to me, man.
I agree. That's perfect. Yeah.
Like a weasel lady. Yeah.
You know, we're going to show the Republican. We're going to show the. And you know what else I'm sick of? I'm sick of MAGA being referred to as a political party. Oh, those MAGAs. Who's a MAGA? Dude, has anybody gotten an invitation to a MAGA meeting or something? It's Make America Great Again. It's a slogan. And if you don't want America to be great, well, you've got a serious mental issue. They just, and I'll tell you what, given the things that we've, been worried about with the president and Iran and gas prices and possibly inflation, et cetera, they're doing everything possible to come up with stuff that we really don't care about and we're not going to care about. Mm-hmm. And they keep putting their attention, trans athletes and things like that. Stop. Just they won't listen to even a reasonable voice or two on their own side, like Bill Maher from time to time. They're just picking all the wrong issues. So they're doing everything they can to help, at least as of now, to help the Republicans win the midterms. How does that look to you at the moment?
I feel pretty good about it, to be honest with you. I mean, I think, there's plenty of time now. The map is in the Republicans' favor, both the Senate and the House now. And that's as it should be. And that is only going to become more pronounced as we go through 2-year election cycles from here on out, because, we're going to have a census in 2030, and that's going to pick up at least 14 seats, and maybe more than that in red states in the House. And in 2028, by then, you're going to have more of the redistricting done. And we're going to have all this litigation in the blue states now to force them to conform their maps to the new ruling by the Supreme Court that outlaws the drawing of racist districts, which are explicitly prevented in the 14th and 15th Amendments of the Constitution of the United States. And so, we're returning to sanity. We've lived through this half century of completely illegitimate Democrat dominance in the House of Representatives by their ability to draw these racist maps and steal congressional seats in that way. And ultimately, I believe it's going to cost them more than 50 seats at the end of the day. It's that many. It's huge. That would be good. And it's the only reason they've been able to cling to power for so long.
And along comes Donald Trump at this particular time, and he's finding people that are really interested in serving the public and getting behind them, as opposed to those who, make the usual promises and then never deliver on what they promise.
Right. Yeah.
It's so exciting. And then here's another thing. Democrats are out there at an ICE facility. They don't seem to understand that ICE is there to get bad people off the streets and keep them safe. So agitators are at the one in Newark, and they're, having a little physical confrontation here and there just to make it look good. But I'll bet it's all being, if it wasn't pre-underwritten by the SPLC before they kind of started not doing this anymore, it's George Soros, who sent 109 buses to Montgomery for a rally that looked pathetic from above. I saw pictures of it over the weekend, and they didn't have, it was nothing to write home. To put the woman of the people, it's about us, the woman of the people, AOC out there behind bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
And
that
she
was a
had
weird setup too, man. You couldn't hardly see her.
No. And on top of that, she says, the northern states have to roll down into the south. It's like, that's a great idea.
Good luck with that.
That's
have an
really
opening
good
silo. That's the one that I just laughed at.
Somebody needs to tell her it ain't 1863 anymore.
And instead of worrying about her makeup and her boobs and trying to make her look sexy, which, frankly, in the case of some women and men, it's just not possible.
And I'm just wondering.
She should have her vocal cords coarsened up so she sounds like she's over 14 years old.
She needs to drink a lot of whiskey so she can get that smooth.
There you go. And smoke a pack of Winstons a day.
And, that'll fix you right up like menthol Meredith.
That'll fix you up like it fixed up my grandfather. Yeah.
Anyway, but I wonder how many of these protesters are making a good living. Because they're getting paid to show up over and over.
There
is
no electricity. I went to this is when I learned about the deep state, David.
Yep.
The first Tea Party rally in D.C., September 10th, 2009. And from the steps of the Capitol to just shy of the monument, all the way up the steps, there wasn't a square inch of space, and it was the most joyous, peaceful gathering, people from different states meeting and greeting. Most of the speakers couldn't even be heard, but it was like a conservative Woodstock. When it was done, there wasn't so much as a cigarette butt on the mall. Not one. Every garbage can was full. Everybody cleaned up after themselves. I got on the train to come back to Alabama that evening, and I couldn't wait for the Sunday morning paper so I could see the coverage of it. Because the park estimate was 1.2 million,
Right.
Almost the size of LBJ's. And I'm looking at the Charlotte Observer, and there's nothing in the first section. Finally, in the second section, there's like 2 paragraphs on a little gathering in D.C. And that the chill from that told me this is not going to be as easy as it looks because the fix is in.
Yeah, it was unfortunate the Tea Party didn't have a leader of the movement like Donald Trump. If it had, the change would have come a lot sooner.
It did get 63 people elected from the Republican Party into Congress. We sat there that election night in 2010. It was like ringing up a cash register. Okay, this one, Republican. And Obama took that. That doesn't really mean anything. Whoa! I'm the one we've been waiting for. Don't ever forget it. We're going to take our second break and come back and finish with one final huge segment. We still got a lot to cover.
Oh, yeah.
If you are interested in being a well-informed, top-of-the-morning person and getting a great take on the major news events that impact your life, subscribe to this man, davidblackman.substack.com. And he's got a good sense of humor, too. Includes some good clips that inspire my shows 5 days a week here on News Talk. We'll be back with you in a minute, David. All right, Clark's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. They're sponsors of the show for a good long time now. And over the weekend, you got a dose of that summertime air. I mean, it just felt like it was going to rain any minute, even though it mostly didn't.
Yeah.
The ingredients were there, and it was always nice, even with the temperatures not that bad, to walk back into the AC and feel that wall of cool air. Well, if you walk into your home and it's not there, who do you call? Do you even have a plan? A Clark's Club membership is a great plan because for $180 a year, you get 2 visits into your home, inspections, cleanups, and tune-ups for your AC before each seasonal weather change. If they spot or suggest a repair, you get a discount on parts and labor. And then they're on call, so you'll get priority service if something goes wrong 24/7, 365. And that includes an amazing, I've got to expand my plumbing vocabulary because they're the best at diagnosing and applying a fix, coming up with a plan, whatever the situation. But it's nice to know you don't have to think about who to call. You just call, and they're on the way. 277-2125 here in the 334. 277-2125. You can also look up ClarkComfort.com. Their Alabama certification number 09098. Skipper's got a bunch of wrecks at 4:30.
Well, we have 2 new accidents, 2 of these on Bell Road at Vaughn Road. One moved up into a parking lot, the other one right near the intersection. Also have an accident on the ramp from Highway 80 to I-65 northbound. That's causing a slowdown there. And 3 vehicles left of a 4-vehicle accident on Taylor Road. If you're coming up from AUM, got a police officer blocking the left lane. The 3 remaining vehicles are off on the left. Please use caution there and keep it here for updates. We're busy all over. Thompson Tractor, proud to offer the all-new Workhorse Special, new Cat 255 compact track loader, 0% financing for 36 months, only $75,955. Thompson Tractor off I-85 just past Chantilly Parkway. Buckle up, Wendell J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Budget Floors and More, your new best friend.
1819 News.
Alabama's unemployment rate has increased for the month of April. The rate has come in at 2.8% compared to 2.7% for the month of March. The unemployment rate is still lower compared to the rate of April 2025, which came in at 2.9%. The number of people in Alabama who are currently holding jobs is over 2.3 million. 79% of prime age workers who are between the ages of 25 and 54 are all working at jobs. The Secretary of the Alabama Department of Workforce, Greg Reed, said that construction and manufacturing were among the most vital sectors in the state's economy. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Some of the greatest blessings is just having people that care about you, to have someone that's just going to love you and make you feel important. They encourage you to be in church. They encourage you to be in prayer. They encourage you to be in your Bible. Now it's a part of my day every day. My house parents planted seeds in me that you can see where those seeds have sprouted in my life and helped change my life.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
The wife of a sheriff-elect here in Alabama has been charged with a misdemeanor for domestic violence. 36-year-old Aggie Hunt was arrested by Opelika police on Memorial Day. Aggie Hunt is the wife of Cam Hunt, who recently defeated the incumbent Lee County sheriff during the Republican primary election that occurred on May 19th. Cam Hunt said that everyone in his family is fine and that this is a deeply personal matter for him to take care of. No other details regarding this arrest have been released. The speechwriter for Martin Luther King Jr. has died at the age of 95. Clarence B. Jones helped draft the MLK speech, I Have a Dream. Jones was at an assisted living facility in California when he died. He had worked in that state for decades as an entertainment lawyer. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Del Rey to Publix.
Attention River Region business owners. Local counties are now inspecting and enforcing backflow prevention requirements. Headley Plumbing is fully certified to install, repair, and test backflow preventers, helping you stay compliant and avoid costly violations. We've been serving the River Region for decades with dependable professional service you can trust. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the River Region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
A great lawn doesn't happen by accident. It takes a pro. That's where Turf by Pest Pro comes in. We handle the weeds, feed your grass, and take care of fire ants so your lawn stays healthy, strong, and looking its best, which means your yard is ready for cookouts, playtime, and making memories all season long. Get started today. Call 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. When you want to grow, call a pro. Turf by Pest Pro.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network is brought to you by Ernest Financial.
If you're tired of losing your money in the stock market, call David Ernest, 334-279-7431. Ernest Financial, LLC.
Rich Thomas Weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
When the heat hits in the River Region, don't wait. If your AC quits, Hands Heating and Air offers same-day service, or your diagnostic charge is free with their Comfort a Day or You Don't Pay guarantee, plus 24/7 service with no overtime charges.
We get Montgomery talking 24 hours a day. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome to the world of Idiocracy with Greg, Pamela, and experts, especially David Blackman, talking about all the latest mess. Get it off your chest and tune to the best. The tales of Idiocracy. The tales of Idiocracy. Oh, the tales of Idiocracy. It's the tales of Idiocracy.
Here's a free sample.
They had taken the Hooters girls' uniforms, over-sexualized it, I call it. The shorts almost turned into thongs. And frankly, that was never the intent of the brand. This was created in 1983 as an escape or an oasis. You know, it's a beach community. It's a beach theme type of thing here in Clearwater. So that was very upsetting. And of course, today on social media, when you see pictures of people wearing the uniform, it appropriately affects other markets and affected us. So we just wanted to rectify it, get the brand back to its roots. I call it a re-Hooterization.
Okay.
Any guys out there need a re-Hooterization? Talk about, I mean, Hooters is like Victoria's Secrets and in the explosion of woke following George Floyd.
Yep.
They all did stupid things.
They
Like
destroyed their brand.
Gee, we now have a conscience, and we think the idea of women wearing not too much in the way of a waitress outfit is, we're shamed.
But here's the
So
deal:
full of
you
crap.
got to have a gimmick to get them in the door, but they're going to keep coming back only if the food is good.
This is true.
And that was the big problem with Hooters is that the women were gorgeous, but the food sucked. It was horrible, and so
Well, with a buddy, this is at the Hooters in Auburn.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went is because he wanted to go there. He was in the military, and his wife was okay with it, so all right. And this is the best you have. I mean, I've seen a lot of beautiful women in Auburn. I mean, it is the home of beautiful women. Yeah, but
did they look like Miss Jane off the Beverly Hillbillies?
I actually, the staff was more Waffle House-esque in demeanor and appearance.
Here, honey, here's your phone.
It just didn't quite work out.
If you need anything, I'll be out back smoking some Camels.
If I recall, his 14-year-old son was a little bit disappointed in that whole thing, too. So what else have we learned? The Secret Service can hit a target.
Yay!
And how fast did that go away? Probably because the guy that did it was black, because we can't have that.
Right.
Yep. And he'd done something similar before.
And judges had let him out, so he had no business really being
It
on the
was a
street.
really
at all.
bad narrative for the mainstream media, and he was dead. They did the right thing finally and killed one of them, and that's good too. Actually made the shot.
Which will send a message.
But the story didn't even stay in the news cycle for 24 hours.
Yeah.
No,
By
it
the
really
way-
didn't. I mean, there was nothing on the Sunday shows.
No.
I don't
Well, they
think
played
there
that
was anything.
video. Was it the NBC anchor, the NBC news person that was there at the White House, and all the shots started going off, and she was like, "What's
Oh,
that?
yeah, what was-
What's that?
What's
you
that?"
know?"
The
Oh,
memes
oh my
were
goodness.
awesome on that.
I didn't hear the audio. I saw a still photo of that woman.
Oh, yeah, the audio is
Classic
precious.
network woman.
There's about 10, maybe 12 shots going off. All, you hear them, and she's like, "What was that?" And then a couple more afterwards. And then her producer says, "You need to get out of here. Come on, we need to go. We need to go." Oh, okay. She's clueless. She's clueless.
She's a network reporter. I mean,
Well, she needs to come to Montgomery, because if you want to hear gunshots, just go outside at night and listen for a couple of minutes. You'll hear some.
The CBS lady, now that the one who didn't have any survival instinct was with NBC. The CBS lady, I mean, she heard the first two shots and hit the deck.
Duck and cover.
Just
Yeah.
dropped the mic and hit, ran for cover. It was awesome. She knows what to do when gunshots start firing.
I wonder if she was at the correspondence dinner. when all that went
That's a
down.
good question.
I'm sure they were. Yeah, I'm sure they both were.
Yeah, maybe they'll inspire the network. Say, hey, assassins, could you just dial it back for another couple of years? We get it, but you're really.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Graham Plattner for a moment.
Oh, that freak. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he can win with all the baggage he's got? This guy, he wants a revolution. He slams Jeff Bezos, who we don't have today. Took the week off.
He's another one that, I mean, the Susan Collins campaign is just going to have to be replaying stuff he said, in her commercials. That's the whole campaign.
Mhm.
And Susan Collins is a unique situation. She's a rhino, but she's a reliable vote about 90% of the time. So she's a lot better than having a Democrat in that seat.
Yeah.
And she, in all of her reelections, I believe she's running for her sixth term. And in her previous 5 elections, she has outperformed the polls by a substantial margin every time. Last time she outperformed the latest polls towards the end of the campaign by over 10% of the vote. So right now, the polls have her 5 to 6 points behind Plattner. And that's not unusual for her at this stage of a race. And I mean, if form holds, she's probably going to be behind going into election day, and she's probably going to win.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered who it was that predicted that if Ken Paxton wins against Cornyn, that the Democrats are going to. It was Lisa Murkowski.
Oh yeah, right. She knows all about Texas. Yeah, I saw that and I just laughed. She's so ridiculous.
The perpetually, I don't know what the word for her is. Perpetually disturbed.
Yeah.
She's always scowling. She's just got a permanent scowl
Yeah.
on her face.
Yeah, she really does.
She needs to move somewhere warm. She's been in Alaska too long. Yeah.
And when is the L.A. California primary? That
June 2nd.
fascinating. Oh, okay.
So next Tuesday.
Next week.
Next
Wow,
Tuesday.
that's going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So make
it's
sure you're.
gonna be really, because, you know, I mean, I think Steve Hilton's going to be among the top two, but then you've got these two Democrats, Becerra and Javier Becerra and Tom Steyer, the billionaire, who's poured $160 million into this runoff. I mean, this jungle primary, excuse me. And the party really wants Becerra to win. Okay. But Steyer's just running neck and neck with him. And so what's going to be really interesting to me is to watch and see what happens in the post-election vote counting, the vote harvesting and all the, you know, the vote stealing that the Democrats engage in post-election. And so let's say Steyer finishes 2% ahead of Becerra, you know, at the end of election day.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Democrat Party is just going to steal the election from Steyer and just count enough votes to get Becerra ahead of him, because they want Becerra. They don't want Steyer. Steyer is a threat to all their grifts that they've got, and it's worth billions and billions of dollars to Democrats in the state of California to keep those grifts going. And Steyer's a threat to that. So the party's going to do whatever they need to do, I think, to get Becerra over the line, and it'll be fascinating just to see how the media decides to cover that, because it's two Democrats. The only time our news media ever says anything negative about a Democrat is if they are a threat to another Democrat. And so that will be fascinating to watch.
David, we had a death in the world of baseball today. Bob Horner.
Who's that?
Oh,
Bob Horner. Wow. He's not
Power
that
hitter
old.
for the. Yeah, he was one of the guys just only weeks after Ted Turner. When Turner had the Braves on TBS back in the 80s,
yeah,
you would tune in. You could literally plan your evening around tuning in for two at-bats, Bob Horner and Dale Murphy. Because they were the Horner might hit a home run, Murphy might hit a home run. Then you could just, kick back and wait until they came up to bat again, because they were really the only good players they had for a while anyway. He passed away.
Wow.
At his age. But he belongs in the Hall of Pretty Good. Not Hall of Fame, but
he was very good third baseman. He's probably not quite Hall of Fame material. He was not, he's like a notch below the Ron Santos and the Ron Says. And
I would agree.
He's just not quite there. Dale
But he was
Murphy.
consistent.
I don't think Dale Murphy's in the Hall either. They haven't ever put him in, have they?
He missed by one vote in the last Veterans Committee. I believe he belongs in.
You look at who they've been putting in the Hall of Fame the last 10, 15 years. Dale Murphy is a vastly superior player to most of the people who have gone in the Hall since about 2005. They've dramatically lowered the standards for induction.
Wanted to get to the Trump annual, and the media's all of a sudden they care. Swelling in the lower legs and visible bruising on the hands.
So what does that tell us? It tells us he's probably on a blood thinner, which is not unusual for a 79-year-old man.
Yep.
Because when you go on a blood thinner and it's making your blood a little too thin, you're going to bruise very easily. I've had the issue over the years because I've had a heart issue for 15 years.
Yeah, I've got it too.
And the swelling in the lower legs is probably thrombosis, like I have. I was just diagnosed a couple of weeks ago. I'm having to wear compression socks most of the time. That's taking care of the issue. And if he's in the early stages of that, he's probably going to be wearing compression socks. And so what? Big deal. He's going to pee off about 5 pounds of water weight over the next few weeks, and he'll be fine. Right? You know, I mean, that's just the way that all works. So his blood veins in his lower legs are starting to break down. And again, that's nothing unusual in a 79-year-old man. I'm much younger than that, and I've got those problems. So,
yeah.
So, among other things, David, I just noticed on our rundown, I had not seen the story about the appeals court panel that overruled on the Alabama redistricting.
Yeah.
So that will go to the Supreme Court on appeal, right?
Well, it should. I would certainly hope so. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Well, I think Alito and Thomas are on our circuit, right, in Alabama. So they will more than likely overturn that federal judge ruling.
Well, the Supreme Court's going to overturn that ruling, and they need to get it done fast so that they can use the map in this year's elections.
Hey, the hit video of the day is RFK Jr. wrangling snakes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's impressive.
There's
I
a
couldn't
video
do that.
that's floating around. I saw the video. It's hilarious. There's a couple of snakes. They're out there on the balcony of Dr. Oz. They're at the Health and Human Services building, and all those buildings, you can go out on the roof of those buildings, and there's always a deck out there, and so they're out there on that deck, and there's a couple of snakes just in a corner of the roof, and Bobby Kennedy says, "Oh, hey, look at these snakes," and he just walks over there and picks them up with his bare hands, and he's waving them around, just a couple of, innocent garden snakes or whatever.
Yeah. We need to get him a Davy Crockett outfit, with the whole
Well,
the
he's-
leather
he's-
fringe
he's
and the coonskin
like
hat.
that. I mean, have you ever read the story about him hitting a bear with his car?
Yes.
And they can't figure out what to do with it, and they finally decide. Kennedy finally decides he's going to take it to Central Park and dispose of the carcass in Central Park.
So he had to strap it on the top of his car, right?
Yeah.
So how do you explain that? Driving
Yeah.
along with a bear on the top of your car.
It's one of the greatest stories I've ever heard of. It sounds like something my high school buddies would have done.
By the way, the South Carolina redistricting, their Senate rejected the map, so James
A
Clyburn
bunch of
said-
rhinos in the South Carolina Senate. So, Trump's going to have to primary all of them next time, too.
Why are they hanging? Why are the rhinos still hanging? Don't they see the writing on the wall?
Well,
many times do
they're
we have
all
to-
in on the grift, they're all making money, too, so they don't want to give that up.
Oh.
Money's a hell of a narcotic.
Oh, yeah.
American Airlines has signed with Starlink. Isn't that an Elon Musk
Yes.
company?
Yeah.
Yeah, so their flights can have better Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
sense.
Well, that's good because
Makes sense.
they're. I'll tell you what, I have to fly American out of Dallas Fort Worth Airport whenever we fly, and their Wi-Fi sucks. So I'm glad to hear that.
Maybe we could work it out instead of losing you for an afternoon because you're flying somewhere. I don't think your wife would mind at all. If we could-
Nobody
if
on
we-
the plane would mind if I'm yelling into the microphone.
Excuse me, I got a show to do here.
Yeah. I'd probably be dead before the show was over.
These rumors about J.D. Vance sitting out the 2028 election, where is that coming from? Wishful
he's
media or what?
Yeah, it's going all over the media. I'm not sure what the germination point was, but I mean, it might make some sense, I guess. No sitting vice president has been elected. Well, George Herbert Walker Bush did it.
Yeah.
And the previous one that did it was who? I used to know the answer to this, but now I don't know. It's like back in the turn of the 19th. It wasn't Teddy Roosevelt,
It
obviously.
was, no, I know who it was. It was the guy after Warren Harding. The hell, he was a good
Coolidge?
president. Coolidge.
Coolidge?
Was he vice
Okay.
president?
Coolidge became president when Warren Harding died in
Oh,
office and then got elected in 1924.
Yeah.
Well, but that doesn't count because he was already president. He wasn't sitting. vice
Oh,
president. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
hang on a second. I got to pay the price for that. Sorry about that.
And it wasn't
Because if
Chester
he
Arthur.
qualified, then Harry Truman would qualify and Lyndon Johnson would qualify, and et cetera,
Yeah.
et cetera.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's back in the 19th century, late 19th century, prior to George Herbert Walker Bush. So, Vance is sitting there thinking, well, hell, do I really want to run in 28 and, take the chance that I'm going to lose too? Why not let Rubio take the reins? And he's very young. What is J.D. Vance? He's 40.
He's in his
He's
40s,
just 40.
Yeah.
He can wait 8 years and still not even be 50, so he's got a long time ahead of him. And so that's the rumor now is he's really having second thoughts about running in 28. Look, for the Republican Party, that's not a big deal because you've got Marco Rubio sitting there, Ron DeSantis sitting there. We don't have the Democratic Party's problem of having a weak bench. Our
Okay,
bench is strong, really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a Google search. You're thinking of Martin Van Buren
Van Buren, thank you. Thank
in
you.
1836.
Yes.
Yeah. And before that, the only two others were John Adams and Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty small club and it's hard to do, it's really hard to do. Even George Herbert Walker was in a neck and neck race with Dukakis in 88 until Dukakis got in that tank with that stupid looking helmet on.
That's the poster picture for all Democrats, really. Steve wants to talk to Dave Blackman.
I got two comments. One about Bob Horner and one about Murkowski.
Okay.
Bob Horner, if I'm not mistaken, he hit 4 home runs.
That's
and
true.
one got me at least one.
I meant to bring that up. He's one of only less than 20 players, I think, that have done that, 4 homers in a single game.
Wow.
Did it at the launching pad in Atlanta.
I didn't know if he did it more than once or not. But
No, just once.
Anyway, Murkowski, she's a mirror breaker. How would you like to wake up to her every morning?
I honestly haven't given that a lot of thought.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a pleasant morning, would it? It'd be like waking up next to Hillary Clinton.
When I sit, there's a choice.
Yeah.
You're at the pearly gates, and you can get in, but you have to be with one of these two women. They give you Lisa Murkowski and Hillary Clinton. I'm heading for hell. Thanks for the offer.
I might opt for purgatory.
Door number 3. Yeah.
Thanks for the call, Steve. That was quite the challenge.
Yeah.
And now it's like getting the taste out of your mouth after something
Yeah.
unpleasant. Horrible.
I don't feel no ways tired.
Yeah. Hey, make it a threesome. Maisie Hirono. Put her in there, and boy,
Oh my goodness.
you are really
In all
setting yourself up.
seriousness, has there ever been a just more transparently dumb individual in American politics than Maisie Hirono?
What is Hawaii seeing her?
I just can't even imagine what goes through people's mind to walk into a voting booth and be excited about casting a vote for Maisie Hirono. It's just mind-boggling.
And Ted Cruz just did an that clip is on my Facebook page, friends.
Mm-hmm.
And you need to play it if you're getting harassed or harangued by Democrats or lefties that are in your Facebook group. Challenge them to watch that clip and then rebut
It's a good
what Ted
history
Cruz.
lesson.
Yeah,
It's a good
because
history lesson.
virtually every bad thing that this country could and should feel guilty about in its history was brought by Democrats, period. And today's Democrats have nothing to, think about JFK. Wow, what a left winger he was. He came in and cut taxes and, geez, they don't even mention him anymore. Nobody wants to be the next
No.
JFK.
Because JFK was almost to the right of Ronald Reagan in reality.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, there's the Pope, and he wants some real serious regulation on AI.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Pope's probably being paid by China too.
Hey, it's money.
You know, money talks.
We got a couple of minutes. Some baseball chat.
Sure.
My Yankees.
Yeah, see?
They're paying this team over $300 million to get, 5 or 6 hits a game. They've been shut out like half a dozen times, completely shut out. Yesterday, they're losing. They always get a lead in a tight game and then blow it. Yesterday, miracle of miracles against Kansas City. They come back in the top of the ninth and win a 4-3 game. But, man, you know what I'm blaming, David? The World Baseball Classic. They took a lot of guys who had to come to spring training early, get into this highly competitive environment for a couple of weeks, and then go back at the end of spring training to their teams. And a lot of them are really messed up this year. Cal Raleigh hit 60 home runs last year. He'll be lucky if he hits 6 this year.
Yeah,
I think he's got 1 or 2.
Anything. Yeah. Well, and Aaron Judge went through a big slump too. Finally
Yes, he
hit a
did.
home run over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, and that's rare for him, man. You know, he's just a monster.
They
need Shohei Ohtani didn't even play in the
Right.
World Classic, and he's only hit 8 so far this year.
Yeah, he's way off his pace. I think they need to stop twisting the dragon's tail with all this stuff and just let spring training play it after the season if you want to have a
find
special
another
event.
time to play it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But David, as always, we're very grateful for your time and the fun we have and the insights we gain by listening. And if you want to read this man, it's a great thing to get in your inbox. It's not like news. It is news, but it's not like on the news they give you the pickle puss and the lecture. With David, you get facts and, in many cases, a clear-cut point of view, and you'll laugh from time to time, too.
Very
Always some good
insightful
clips.
commentary. Very insightful. Yeah.
And we have fun. We have a lot of fun.
That's the idea.
You gotta have
and that's
some
why
fun,
we
man.
take people through the idiot. Will you be joining us Thursday?
Will do. I'll be here.
Sweet.
Every time I talk to this man, I keep thinking he's going to say the word that I hate. Cruise.
No cruise until November, but we're going to be in Vegas over July 4th. And so I'll be there.
Vegas. Wow.
Yeah, July the 4th is on a Saturday this year.
I know. I have no idea
wow.
what to do. But by the way, Trump and his fight, that is stupid. I think that's a ridiculous thing to do on the 4th of July.
Oh, and they're already building the ring for it.
I know.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway.
I'm sorry, not there. That's not America's pastime.
Yeah.
I know it's got a big following. A lot of people like it. It has no place, but especially when we're in the middle of a war situation.
Yeah,
I
we
want
need
the
to
Nobel Prize.
Aren't
And
they-
let's have people beat the crap out of each other for
aren't
fun.
they doing a fight like either next week or the week after?
It's
Or
on
in
the
June, they're
4th.
like the 15th or the 21st.
I don't know,
They're doing
it's-
one in June, and then they're doing the big event on the 4th. So, we'll see.
Sorry, that's a little bit too indulgent for me.
Yeah.
David, thank you for your time, man.
All right.
We're very grateful. Take care.
See y'all
We'll see you
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thank you,
Got
brother.
it. All right, it is 5 o'clock. Those who trusted their cars to Don Duncan All American Auto and Tire, like me, can travel and drive. I'm going to visit Goose for Father's Day.
Yep.
I will probably be over at Bell Road before I go. I don't think I'm going to need an oil change, but I would like them to look at the tires,
Yeah.
the brakes, anything else that could put you on the side of the road, because they do the best preventive maintenance.
Yeah. I
You
know
wait-
I'm going to go to them next week because I got to get a tire replaced. So, yeah.
Well, you always get a wholesale price on a tire and a price that includes installation. So no games, no gimmicks. Great outcomes, talented people at 4 locations to give you the best service for virtually anything your car needs, right down to the windshield wipers. Visit Don Duncan. I mentioned Bell Road. That's the one that Doug Mitchell runs. That's a great group over there. Downtown, they're awesome at 408 Madison. For anybody that works downtown, that's so convenient because they'll get you back to your office and back with your car. Just let them know what you need. And then 2 in Millbrook. 1 high atop Mount Duncan, the hill behind the McDonald's on Highway 14 where young Mitch is, and the group at Cusada in Millbrook also. It's just wonderful people to work with and work on your vehicle. Visit Don Duncan All American Auto and Tire on Facebook and join the VIP club and get yourself a free service. Lots of stuff on the roads here. Skipper with traffic.
Well, some of our earlier accidents have cleared, but we still have accidents on the bridge right up from Highway 143, Highway 14 intersection. Had a vehicle off in the ditch there. Multiple vehicles and emergency vehicles off on each side of the roadway. Also, on the ramp from Highway 80 to I-65 northbound, they should be clearing that one up. I-65 north at Day Street, got a new accident there. Hunter Loop Road at Birmingham Highway, got an accident there. And downtown Montgomery, North Hall at Madison, a minor accident there. Please watch out for your fellow drivers. We will keep you updated. Get $4,000 customer cash on a new Toyota Tundra at McKinnon Toyota. Add the lowest tax rates in Alabama, and it's worth the drive. McKinnon Toyota, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew. U.S. consumer confidence declined slightly this month as gas prices stayed high and inflation remained elevated.
The Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index slipped 0.7 points to 93.1 in May, the first decline after 3 months of gains. Spikes in gas prices as well as higher food costs have worsened inflation, which has outpaced the growth in average paychecks, reducing most Americans' purchasing power. Gas prices have soared to a nationwide average of $4.49 a gallon from $2.98 just before the war began at the end of February.
That is Bernie Bennett reporting. PayPal, a pioneer in online payments, is facing significant challenges nearly 3 decades after its inception. The company is struggling to maintain its dominance amid fierce competition now from Apple, Shopify, and buy now, pay later services like Affirm. On Wall Street at the close, the Dow down 118 points, the Nasdaq up 312. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bob Agnew.
2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama Sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
We get a lot of questions about what all we handle at Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. I'm Hannah Grantham.
And I'm Eddie Bader, and we will handle all of your real estate needs.
We handle all your buying and selling needs, from your first home, next home, land, investment property, and even commercial properties.
We do it all and have the experience that shows you what makes us different.
So when you think real estate, think Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. Look us up on Facebook or give us a call at 334-368-6358. And let us show you who you have on your sign matters.
If you've ever wanted to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and didn't know where to start, Janney King Gulf Coast has already built a foundation for you. With guaranteed initial customers, hands-on training, and ongoing local support, you'll never feel like you're doing it alone, because you won't be. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn their dreams into real successful businesses. Take the next step. Discover a business built for you at JaneyKingCleans.com.
Janney King, the king of clean.
Today's show is brought to you by automated self-service car washes. Get your car clean while pretending you're a submarine commander.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
507, Jesse.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Secretary of State Marco Rubio scheduled to testify before Senate and House committees on June 2nd as the conflict in Iran remains a top concern for lawmakers. Rubio says negotiations over extending the ceasefire and Reopening the Strait of Hormuz could take several more days. Israel's military clashing with the terrorist Hezbollah group along a strategic river in Lebanon. The clashes come as Israeli troops are pushing farther north just days before Lebanese and Israeli delegations are set to meet for talks in Washington. 10 people injured after a chemical tank imploded at a pulp and paper mill in Washington state. There is no word on how many workers have been killed or remained missing, but there were multiple critical injuries reported. This is SRN News.
If you want unlimited talk, text, and data on a super fast network, Big Wireless will sell it to you right now for as little as $70 a month. Or you can buy it from Pure Talk for half of that. I'm talking about unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. But wait, there's more. When you switch to Pure Talk, you'll be switching to an American wireless company that's committed to keeping 100% of its customer service in this country. I appreciate that. In fact, that's why I switched. I also appreciate the way they support our vets and our skilled workforce. Dial pound 250, say micro, and get unlimited talk, text, and unlimited data for just $34.99 a month. That's pound 250 micro. Stop paying twice what you need to pay for the service you want and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something.
Introducing Rosetta Bone AI, the revolutionary pet translator with a 95% accuracy rate.
Translation complete.
I have not eaten in approximately 7 minutes.
Buddy, you literally just had breakfast.
Yes, and now I require a second breakfast.
What are you barking at?
I'm pretty sure a leaf outside moved 3 blocks away. Please throw the tennis ball.
Okay, here.
Excellent. Now do it again for the next 11 years.
Rosetta Bone AI. Finally translating the thoughts your pets were screaming directly into your soul.
I do not like the dog.
It is 5:10 on News Talk 93.1 FM. Multiple people killed, missing, and injured in major chemical explosion in Washington State.
Uh-oh.
But not much in the way of details.
Must have just happened.
They've also had that thing going on in California.
Yeah.
That's been a danger. But
Well,
I don't understand what's happening with that.
They said that there's a crack in the vessel that allowed pressure to escape, allowed the temperature to drop. So now they're saying there's no imminent threat of the chemicals themselves exploding. But they're not telling us what chemicals are in that thing. So I'm wondering, okay.
Why would they? They're the government, you know?
If
What
there's
do
a
we
cr-
need to know for?
If there's a crack, does that mean some of the stuff is leaking out now? What's going on?
Look at there's Jackie Sherrill, the governor of New Jersey, at the ICE facility with some professional malcontents who want better conditions for the bad people that ICE has put there to begin with. And she's out there with her long string. She looks like the twin sister of that bimbo that's running
Abigail
Virginia.
Spanberger, yeah.
God,
But she looks-
they're like a race of people. They really are.
It's the affluent white liberal women. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it all figured out. I'll tell you what they really need some other time. He knows. The Movie Baby will join us at 5:35 today, and a bunch of good stuff to talk about.
Yep.
Including The Burrows with Alfred Molina.
And I'll even throw in my review of The Mandalorian and Grogu.
We will wait with bated breath. Hopefully not breath that smells like bait. The Rooster, that's the Steve Carell comedy on HBO Max.
Rooster.
And if you've watched Best Medicine, the American version of Doc Martin, which has been on for years in Britain.
Interesting.
And A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. It's all coming up. Brad, though, will join us next.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. You know, with over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Alabama weather will never fail to surprise you. Our lawns hardly get a chance to have any downtime. This year, save the hard work and aggravation and call Alabama Lawns, the River Region's leader in weed control and fertilization services. What makes Alabama Lawns the River Region's best? It's the people. They have the experience, education, and commitment to customer satisfaction. Ask your neighbors. Alabama Lawns has been the Montgomery Advertiser's Reader's Choice Award winner 14 years in a row. The Alabama Lawn staff is made up of long-term employees and agronomy graduates, and the staff at Alabama Lawns attend annual continuing education classes. It pays to have someone that knows southern grass types and how to keep them green and flourishing. Call Alabama Lawns today at 272-7171 and let them show you real value in lawn maintenance service. Alabama Lawns, the company with black trucks and green lawns.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Rich Thomas Weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night, upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
So while we await Brett McDonald.
I love that post you put in Facebook. The most American grocery store aisle with beer, pizza, potatoes, guns, Bibles, and sweatpants.
What else do you need? You can survive on all of that.
Yeah.
And I suppose if all there was to drink was beer, I could live with that.
Well, there's always water.
I really appreciate everybody's taking time to comment on the post I did on William Robinson. And he's going to be the topic in my June magazine column. It's called Here's to You, Mr. Robinson. And this is the man we had on the show, which ran over the weekend, and I got a good bit of feedback on it, who spent 2,703 days of the best years of his life in a POW camp in North Vietnam, and actually a number of them. And you would expect somebody, look at this, the self-pity we see around this country with people that have nothing to whine about, really. This guy, what he endured, and to have the joy and the spirit he does today, what a remarkable human being. And now, speaking of remarkable human beings, we welcome Mr. Right on the Money. Brad McDonald from Invest Advisors. How are you today?
Woo-hoo. Hey, Greg, I'm doing well, man. For a nice sort of rainy day, it's just been coming down steady.
It's been steady for like 3 hours, just a shower that doesn't seem to want to stop. Or they put the shower on and they forgot to turn it off. I don't know, but we're making up for all the rain we were supposed to get and didn't over the weekend, I guess.
Yep.
I see the Dow finished up today. It was actually this morning in the futures trading was close to 51,000. I always like to see the green, but what's your take on today's financial activity?
Yeah, I think, if you look at a number of these AI trades, semiconductors in particular, this has been just a tremendous momentum trade. The dramatic, I guess you would say, supply constraints in the semiconductor market, I think really the enormous demand that you see there has resulted in rising DRAM prices, SRAM prices, GPU prices, and that's propelling all these semiconductor stocks higher. I really have to tell you, though, man, Greg, I've been to this picture show before. And I've seen these momentum trades, and this thing is so out of hand. It's absolutely ridiculous. I would avoid them like the plague at these levels. They're in nosebleed section. They're beyond nosebleed section. And but and outside of that, we continue to monitor the U.S. bond market. And the crazy thing about that too, I mean, you look at 10-year bond yields, 30-year bond yields. They continue to go higher as well. And it's a little surprising to me that the stock market doesn't seem to be too bothered by that, because again, there's still this overriding sort of concern around inflation, even if you get a deal done in Iran. And it, like, once again, this is another week. We kind of start the week. I haven't measured this myself, but if I were just purely guessing, I'd say at least out of the last 6 weeks, 4 of them, it's almost been like a rinse and repeat. You go into the weekend, things come off the rails, there's some sort of military threat or action, then you come back to the beginning of the trading week, and Trump comes out and calms everyone down and says, hey, the talks are going great, man. We're in, everything's looking wonderful. And then it comes apart towards the end of the week. One of these weeks, I guess, it all works out. I don't know, but aside from that, we continue to march along. And for me, I think we're going to watch things as the week goes on, because really Friday is the day that we're really looking at, I guess the most, because we do get the PCE on Friday, and. Greg, for years I've said this is the Fed's preferred gauge of inflation. I'm not so sure I can say that anymore. I don't know what Kevin Warsh's preferred gauge of inflation is going to be.
Yeah.
For Jay Powell, it certainly was. PCE was the number one indicator for him. And but nevertheless, we do get the PCE report on Friday, and it's a big one. And so I would suspect, here we sit on Tuesday. This trading day is in the books. So tomorrow we get Wednesday and then Thursday, and I would expect by the back half of trading on Thursday, things will settle down a little bit. Institutional managers and hedge fund managers will position ahead of that report on Friday morning, and then I think you'll get a much bigger trading day on Friday, probably, than you do on Thursday.
So, what kind of a number will they be looking for on Friday? What are they expecting?
I think so. The CPI is the Consumer Price Index,
right.
and that's a government formula that it really has a little bit different sort of inputs, if you will. And I've said this before. 1/3 of it is housing or owner equivalent rent, and then you look at all the other categories, and certainly food and energy are two massive ones. We've talked about that a lot, but the PCE literally stands, Greg, for Personal Consumption Expenditures Index. And so it measures more specifically what consumers are spending on, what they're having to pay for it. And it's a different sort of formula. And I would expect probably to see a pretty nice uptick there. And I think it's a foregone conclusion. I mean, this isn't rocket science in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
They're spending out the nose for gasoline.
So gasoline
and that's going to show up in this report.
Yeah, gasoline is involved in the PCE numbers, right? The price.
I'm sorry, I can't
yes.
hear.
Sorry.
Gasoline is part of that number.
It is indirectly, and then you look at all the broad categories that are in that index. And I think what you're going to see is a bump in the underlying prices of most things, because here we sit now in about the 3rd month since the war. And I'm just telling you that producer price index number was so high the last, I guess it was a week and a half or so ago. I think we're going to see that start to show up in consumer prices. I think it's going to show up in personal spending. And I think you're going to see a little bit of a hotter number on Friday. But look, I mean, Greg, most of the market's already pricing this in. So it would have to be super hot to catch it off guard, I think. But still, it's going to be a national or a nasty number, I believe. And I think again, it's just more fodder for liberal media to really sort of spin it how they want.
Which is what they always do, you know. But I think a lot of the negative data you see right now, as far as public opinion, everybody should be frustrated that gas prices are this high. But you see, we know why they're this high, because we're trying to fix Iran so they can't have a nuke.
Yeah.
And it's temporary. When gas prices were this high in 22 and early 23, you didn't hear much about it in the media because Joe Biden was president, and that was nothing more than incompetence. Draining the strategic oil reserve to lower gas prices is not a strategy that works for the long haul. So, again, it's all politics. Everything is politics.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate your time this afternoon, my friend. You have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was good. It was real good. Not bad at all. Just, a lot of sunshine where we were. And
nice.
Much needed rain. I like to see the rain. We I think we were still somewhat in a drought, weren't we, even after the last one?
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, we still are, and I think we will be after this, although if this continues, as Rich seems to think it will for at least a few more days, maybe we'll get closer to ending that. Brant, thank you for your time, and we will talk tomorrow.
Look forward to it, buddy. Y'all have a great evening.
You too.
Take care.
At 5:24.
The opinions voiced in this material are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions expressed in this material do not necessarily reflect the views of LPL Financial. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice is offered through Invista Advisors, registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
All right. The Movie Maven is going to join us in about 10 minutes, talk about some good things, suggestions, things you might want to consider watching if you haven't caught them already. Right now, though, Skipper has a lot to tell you about your commute home.
Well, we have a lot of minor accidents scattered all over the city right now. Please be cautious out there. Here are some that could cause your problems. A new one, East Boulevard at Arbor Station. Watch out for emergency vehicles there. I-65 northbound. This is going to be on the ramp to Day Street. We also have an accident, Hunter Loop at Birmingham Highway. North Hall at Madison, a minor accident there. And on the bridge near Highway 143 and the Highway 14 intersection, had a vehicle off in the ditch, several vehicles off on each side of the roadway there. Please be safe. We'll keep you updated. If you have less than perfect credit, McKinnon Nissan may have just the plan for you. Talk to David Martin. He'll do everything possible to help you start driving today. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up with Jay Montgomery Skywatch traffic.
News is brought to you by Adams Motorsports of Montgomery, where your pleasure is their business.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, these are today's top stories. A Montgomery man wanted for multiple traffic violations was arrested Monday after leading police on a high-speed chase through Millbrook. The incident began when officers attempted a traffic stop on Highway 14. 23-year-old Joe Louis Duncan fled from police onto I-65 to Fairground Road before officers finally stopped him on Lower Wetumpka Road. Duncan was arrested and is being held in the Elmore County Jail without bond. Hyundai is recalling more than 400,000 vehicles due to a software issue that could cause the brakes to activate unexpectedly. The recall covers certain 2025 and 26 Hyundai Santa Cruz and Tucson vehicles. There have been at least 4 crashes with injury linked to this issue. Owners will be notified by mail when they can take their vehicles to a Hyundai dealership for a free software update. Alabama State baseball is heading to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 4 years. The Hornets defeated Florida A&M on Sunday to claim the 2026 SWAC championship. ASU will take on overall number 7 seed Alabama in the opening round of the tournament on Friday in the Tuscaloosa Regional. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
AdamsMotorsports.com on the web or Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard in Montgomery. That's at Adams Motorsports in Montgomery, where your pleasure is our business. Come by and learn more about the new Suzuki GSX 8R motorcycle and see for yourself the bar has officially been reset.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
Hey, this is Ashley, owner of Pest Pro Services, and I want to help you take back your yard. We protect your outdoor space from mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks so you can enjoy being outside. We treat where mosquitoes live and breed with pro-level care, which means fewer bites, more time outside, and a backyard ready for fun. Give us a call at 265-9990 or visit us at ppsriverregion.com. That's 265-9990 and follow us on Facebook at Pest Pro Services. And remember, when you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro.
At Blue Water Broadcasting, we believe great advertising starts with relationships. That's why so many local business owners trust us, not just for radio, but for digital too. If you're already running digital advertising and you're not seeing results, it may be time to explore your options. Our team takes the time to understand your business, then builds custom campaigns using a multi-channel conversion-focused approach. So whether it's digital display, social media, or you need help increasing your online presence, Blue Water Broadcasting can help. Before your next campaign, let's have a conversation. Visit BlueWaterBroadcasting.com.
If it concerns your community, you'll hear about it on News Talk 93.1. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
This just in.
Okay, according to Wikipedia, Bob Horner did die today, May the 26th.
Oh, he did?
So we're getting conflicting reports about whether he's alive or not. So let me scroll down here and see if it says anything about... the Atlanta Braves announced today that he died at the age of 68. So...
Does it give a
I'm gonna
cause?
try to it didn't say.
No.
So let me try and do some more digging on
No,
this.
I was a little concerned because we talked about it with David, and
Yeah.
I went to... I don't know why people do this. Maybe it's to see how many people will actually pay attention. They'll put the death of somebody out there. We got burned once or twice over the last 10 or 12 years by something like that, killing people when they weren't really dead.
Yeah, okay. We've got Yahoo Sports, 11 Alive, 41 NBC News.
They all got the story?
There's several stories running, several sources, CBS Sports running it. So
That may be a little nostalgic because the 80s and Ted Turner, TBS, the Braves, and Dale Murphy and Bob Horner were the only two players for a while before the Braves got good in the 90s that you would want to turn the TV on and watch. And he did hit 4 home runs in one game.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play a clip.
Yeah, they're not giving us cause of death. So.
Okay. Thank you for looking into that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Master Thesbian, our sidekick, and boy, we're going to have fun with the movie maybe when she joins us shortly. Here's a clip from that we played this morning by a comedian named Dan Mintz. It's just various thoughts.
What? Mm-hmm. He's got a point. He's got a point. Bump.
That's it? I wanted more.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to look up this
That's
guy and
pretty
see if we
good.
can find some more clips by him because he was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And we did get a lot of positive reaction to the stand-up send-off on Friday.
Yeah, that was good.
because this last hour, I'd like to put a smile on everybody's face as we're wrapping up the show.
Yeah. I know a lot of people are leaving, going home from commuting from work, and especially if you're commuting in this out here. Ooh, it's nasty outside. Just rainy and moist and bleh.
This is strange.
Mm-hmm.
The rain started to get steady around 2:30.
Yep.
And I so rarely have my umbrella when I need it, but I did today to walk out to the car. Had it when I got here to walk into the building. It's been raining at the same pace for about 3 straight hours.
Yeah, ever since. Yeah.
Maybe I'll see if Uncle Chi-Chi can get us some rainfall totals from the airport. In fact, let me take a look at the Live in Fear Doppler. His forecast is coming up in a moment, but I am authorized to read the radar and share
There's a lot
with
of green out there on that radar picture.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be having some more of this. Might get a little break for a while.
Yeah.
But it looks like it'll be raining till about 7:30, 8 o'clock at least.
Well, I'm going to go home and hunker down.
It's a good night for hunkering.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to check traffic, get Rich's forecast, come back with the Movie Maven on the other side.
Well, we have accidents all over the area this afternoon. Here are a list of ones that are going to cause you problems. On the bridge near Highway 143, Highway 14 intersection, we have multiple vehicles off on each side of the roadway and one in the ditch there. Hoping that one is about to clear. Also, I-65 north at Day Street, Hunter Loop at Birmingham Highway, North Hull at Madison Avenue, and East Boulevard in front of Arbor Station. That's our latest accident. Please watch out for emergency vehicles in all those locations. We will keep you updated. High school students, Trenton State Community College dual enrollment program lets you earn college credit while you're still in high school. Take the first step towards your college journey. Go to trentumstate.edu for more information. Buckle up with Jim Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Weather, a service of H&H Carpets, where right now, get a load of this, listen close, you get a house full of carpet for $19.95 installed. Unbelievable. They're located at 6450 Atlanta Highway, just across from Walmart.
Rich Thomas weather.
With tropical moisture in place, the forecast seems to sound the same every day. We are stuck in this pattern with showers and thunderstorms numerous at times, especially in the afternoon and evening hours with locally heavy downpours, but really any hour is fair game. And that continues again tomorrow and Friday, and really not much change through the weekend. Lows at night, upper 60s to lower 70s, highs during the day in the middle 80s. Just be flexible with your plans, and our weather app will keep you on top of where the storms are and where they're moving. It's free in the App Store. Just search Rich Thomas Weather. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
News and talk without the static. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
It's the Movie Maven. The Movie Maven, brought to you by AMS Studios, now in Hopeville. For all the details, go to amsstudiomedspa.com. And we now welcome Ellen Murray. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Hello.
Foggy day.
Some will be watching election returns from Texas and other places tonight, but escape us. And let's talk about the boroughs.
Yes, let's.
I recently discovered Alfred Molina in Three Pines, which you recommended, and I really enjoyed it. It had one of the best, shocking endings I've seen in any series. So, and then he turns up as the octopus in Remarkably Bright Creatures, which I loved, and now he's in the boroughs.
Yeah, he's really making a splash in Hollywood lately.
Yeah, at age 70.
Yeah.
And he's great. I mean, he really is the best character in this show, I think.
I would agree.
Now, I didn't watch Stranger Things, even though it was wildly popular, and I probably would have liked it had I not been, I have that snob thing where if so many people like it, I'm going to be like, oh, wait a couple years.
Yeah.
So I think that they're trying to do Stranger Things for an older audience, and it's not quite coming off the way that they hoped that it would. But it's like these people in a retirement community. There's phenomenon happening. People die, and they're trying to get to the bottom of the mystery involving these alien species or something. There's, nothing's explained really, but
Well, of course not. Yeah.
we're trying to get to the bottom of it. And I do like the cast, but some of the pairings are a little odd. Like
Yeah.
Gina Davis and her little hot young security guard. Like, just give me a break already.
Yeah, you know what? It must be Gina Davis has had so much Botox. She talks like a ventriloquist. Words come out, but her lips don't move. She's like
She
her
sounds
own
like
puppet.
she sounds like she has her jaw wired shut for some reason.
No, I didn't care for that. Actually, this is just my take, and I'm going to finish the series. But I would, with a cast like that, why not just write? It's a retirement community with a very unique approach. Why not just write scenarios? We hear what goes on in these places. It gets pretty wild.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that would be a different kind of show entirely.
But I do enjoy Molina. He is really, really good. You talked about Elsbeth before. That show's been around a while. It has more episodes than I realized.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while, but I've fallen back on it as something that I like put on when I'm wide awake at 3 a.m. for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
We all have those shows.
So I've been watching it lately, and I just wanted to recommend it again because it's like a detective show with a quirky detective lady, but you always know who the murderer is from the beginning, so it's her job to prove who it is, despite them trying to evade arrest.
It's not bad.
That's an interesting take on it.
Yeah. She's so quirky, she can get a little annoying, but I get it. Lots of folks have waited for Steve Carell's latest project, The Rooster. What's your verdict on that?
It's growing on me. I was a little skeptical at first because he kind of plays the same Michael Scott character, but it's got a tender family side where he really loves his daughter and he still has feelings for his ex-wife, and he's trying to navigate the relationships on the college campus, and it's pretty good. I like it.
Now, the show Best Medicine, which caught on this year as a network show, I believe on ABC, was based on a show in Britain called Doc Martin, correct?
Yes, that's right. It's even got all the same characters, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just transplanted to the United States.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of shows do that.
But I like the original from England a little better than the one here, because the one that's based on America, a lot of the people are just annoyingly freaking stupid.
I have to agree with you, yes. Especially the dumb cop guy.
Oh, God. And then he turned up in that other show.
He was in Animal Control.
Animal Control. Like, how does this guy get hired?
I don't know. I saw him in something else too. He just keeps popping up, and I'm like,
I was
never
gonna say,
even
he
seen
keeps showing
him.
up to auditions, and they got to hire somebody.
Yeah.
He's just like this stoner dude, and that's his whole character.
And he speaks in this very annoying syntax, like he's like a valley boy, if that makes any sense. Dude.
Surfer boy. Yeah, totally.
Now,
totally, dude.
Can I ask
awesome.
Can I ask you a question? What's a nice girl like you watching A Good Girl's Guide to Murder for?
Oh.
You gotta be prepared.
Oh! Did everybody hear that?
Just in case somebody needs killing.
Mark the time, 5:41.
That's funny.
What is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder? Who's in that?
It's Emma Myers, who was Wednesday's roommate from the Wednesday show, and the second season starts tomorrow. So I just want to let people know who maybe watched the first one, that there's a new season coming out on Netflix.
Okay.
Should let my daughter know about this one.
Yeah.
Because she's a big fan of the Wednesday show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dads have to be very judicious about what they suggest to their kids.
Well, yeah, 'cause, you don't want to scar them for life.
No, and initially they don't want to. They think you know nothing about entertainment.
Yeah.
So
if you like it,
Yeah.
they're going to hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parents are so uncool.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering if she ever got around to watching Animal Control.
I don't know.
I like that show because of Joel McHale,
Yeah.
who has always made me laugh, and he's very good. He's playing basically himself.
Yeah, also always plays himself. Yep.
Yeah. But he's
And-
entertaining. He really is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I thought he was eventually going to be on SNL when I first saw him on TV many years ago. He did a weekly thing, a news satire. That I thought he'd be a great Weekend Update anchor. I don't know if he ever tried to get on SNL, but he would have been a good fit.
Yeah.
Miss Murray, we thank you again. The
Well-
Burrows on Netflix. I'd like to have
I
some.
wanted to ask her about the Star Wars movie.
Hang on one sec.
Yeah.
The Burrows on Netflix. I'd like to get some listener feedback on that by the end of the week, maybe. Check it out. Maybe you're seeing something that I'm not. Yeah, Master Thespian saw the new Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your.
I enjoyed it. I did have a beef with the theater because they said on their app that the movie is going to start 25 to 30 minutes after the start time. So the start time was 12:30 on Saturday, and I had to put gas in my car, so I got there a little bit late. I got there at 12:45 thinking, I still got a few minutes. I walk into the theater, and I missed the first 10 minutes of the movie.
You're kidding. They actually started it on time?
They actually started it on time. So I'm like, great. But it was okay. What I saw was actually pretty decent. And I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm biased. But it's a cute little movie. It really is. It's not for everyone. It really helps if you have seen the TV show. I will warn you about that.
Really?
I think it's enjoyable for people who have never seen the TV show because there's a lot of Star Wars.
You
stuff
mean the
in it.
TV show with Shatner?
No, the TV show, The
That was
Mandalorian,
The Mandalorian.
and the Book of Boba
I
Fett.
figured it couldn't have gone back to my ancient times.
No. But it's enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. There's some really cool fight scenes with CGI monsters and stuff. But if you're looking for something that is you don't have to think about, go see it. And I think that's one of the reasons why the critics score on Rotten Tomatoes is 69%, which that's not too bad.
No.
Or 61% the last time I saw it. That's not too bad. But the audience scores are like 88, 89%. And it made $160 million this weekend.
Miss Murray, I just realized something. If I had a pair of black glasses, Master Thespian would look a lot like Alfred Molina.
I can picture that. Yeah, for sure.
And that's a compliment. I like that.
He also looks like my Uncle Brian with the way he wears his suspenders. He's got the same body type and beard.
Yeah. But, I would recommend the Star Wars movie, but it's not for everyone. If you're not a Star Wars fan, don't bother because you'll get annoyed.
Well, we thank you.
you.
Thank you for the rundown this afternoon. We appreciate it.
No problem.
And,
Stay dry out there.
Don't forget to visit the Movie Maven on Facebook, the Movie Maven VIP page, so that you're up on what everybody's sharing and caring about in entertainment on the streaming services and at the theaters. Thank you, Miss Murray.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Let's see if traffic has taken a turn for the better.
Well, we have an accident now, East Boulevard in front of Enterprise Car Rental. We have an accident with injuries there. East Boulevard at Haskell, got an accident there. 1700 North Ripley, Interstate Parkway in front of the Texaco. Accident there. East Boulevard at Walmart, East Boulevard at Arbor Station, 65 northbound at Day Street. We have several other minor accidents. Please be cautious out there this afternoon. We'll update you if any new accidents happen to slow you down. Davis Door and Sash has quality replacement windows and doors. Save 10% on materials by mentioning this ad. Visit DavisDoorandSashAlabama.com or call 334-288-6010. Buckle up with J. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic.
Congressman Barry Moore has always delivered for Alabama. As a member of the House Freedom Caucus, Barry Moore earned a score of 100 from Heritage Action for protecting our values. He's helped thousands of Alabama families, fought for our veterans as a veteran himself, and secured millions for infrastructure, first responders, and public safety. Barry Moore helped pass Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill, delivering tax cuts for hardworking Alabama families, and stood strong to secure our borders. Now, Barry is taking that fight to the United States Senate. Barry Moore will defend our freedoms, defend the Second Amendment, protect our children, stand up for parents, and keep boys out of girls' sports while continuing to cut taxes and lower prices. Endorsed by President Trump, Barry Moore is a proven conservative Alabama can trust.
I'm Congressman Barry Moore. I've rolled up my sleeves in Congress, and I'll keep fighting for Alabama in the U.S. Senate. I'm Barry Moore, a conservative fighter, and I approve this message.
Approved and paid for by Barry Moore for U.S. Senate.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
Before you commit to that plumbing repair or upgrade, get a second opinion from Headley Plumbing. Our estimate could save you thousands. We do it all: residential, commercial, and septic tank service, serving the entire river region. No membership, no contract, just fair, reliable service. Call Headley Plumbing at 285-3667 or visit headleyplumbing.com. In our business, a flush beats a full house.
Headley Metal Buildings has been your source for quality metal buildings in the river region since 2007. Carports up to 24 feet wide, RV covers, storage buildings, even a sturdy metal barn up to 54 feet wide. Your structure can be customized, installed on level ground, and comes with a 20-year warranty. Let Headley Metal Buildings help you find the perfect solution. Financing available. Call 285-3667 for details or find Headley Metal Buildings on Facebook.
Trust is the number one reason why a patient chooses a healthcare provider. Adams Drugs has been your trusted healthcare provider since 1962 and has been voted the number one pharmacy in the river region for many years. We strive each and every day to provide you the level of healthcare you have come to expect from Adams Drugs. The employees at Adams Drugs take pride in developing relationships with their patients, from making sure your prescriptions are filled correctly to getting to know you and your family's needs and following up on any questions you may have. Adams Drugs employees deliver top-notch service. We ask you to visit us at any of our locations in Montgomery, Prattville, Wetumpka, Millbrook, and Pine Level Marbury and give us a chance to earn your business. You can find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Okay, if you missed it earlier, I'd like to play this Adam Carolla clip again.
Yes, that was very good.
This guy's funny, and it's so amazing that considering he worked with miserable Jimmy Kimmel for all those years on The Man Show, where they enjoyed women with big bosoms jumping up and down on trampolines. What's wrong with it? When you're 20s, you know, come on.
Yep.
You need a little of that.
That's just gravity at work, you know.
But he, unlike Kimmel, has continued to be funny and entertaining.
I got behind a Tesla on the 15 and it was like, don't blame me, I bought this car. And I was like, oh, remember 10 minutes ago they were burning Tesla dealerships and spiking their tires and keying Teslas and stuff. And I'm like, are we just, but here's what I want to say to people. So we're done with Elon? But by the way, like, how do I explain this to future generations? Like, what happened? There's this guy who's a genius from South Africa and he came here and he made an electric car. Oh, they hate electric. No, they love electric cars. Oh, okay. And then what? Well, he was a genius, and he built electric cars, and they love the guy. But then what happened? Well, he bought Twitter. Yeah. For what? For free speech. Oh, okay. So they love the guy more. No. Now they're angry. Why are they angry? Just opened up the thing. Well, they didn't want to admit that they used Twitter to do whatever the fuck they wanted, and they hated free speech. They just wanted their speech, but he opened up. So anyway, then he started a department called Doge, where he was going to save taxpayers a whole bunch of money. Oh, they must have loved that. No, that made them more angry.
Really mad.
What do you mean? They started burning Teslas. Wait a minute. I thought they loved the environment. Yet they do. Okay, but then what? So what happened? Oh, nothing.
Yeah, nothing. They were forgiven. No,
But how
no big
long
deal.
were they burning the? Oh, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then they were done.
Yeah. He figured
now
out that we
we're-
were paying for circumcisions in Senegal.
You're right. Or circumcision education in Senegal or something.
Yeah.
And so he wanted to save more money,
That made
and
him
then they
mad.
wanted to burn the Teslas down. Okay, but so are they still mad at Teslas? No, that was some weeks ago.
Interesting development in the last couple of minutes. The Camp David summit is being moved to the White House because of bad weather at Camp David.
Oh.
That's what they're saying.
Oh, so maybe they've got this rain that we've got. They've got a whole lot more of it. Maybe.
Could be. And we're going to see this rain here linger into the evening hours.
I wonder if they'll restrict media access to that meeting. That'll be an interesting story if they do.
Interesting to see all of a sudden Spencer, you can't ignore Spencer Pratt. He has become the elephant in the political room in California. But I honestly don't know. Now the liberal media out there is lining up to try and get him. But how do you defend the record of that woman? How do you make excuses for her and still have a conscience at the end of the day? RFK blessed Kimmel. We were just talking about him, RFK Jr.
Yeah.
It's not funny, and he's not. And that's the same thing with Colbert. He was not a late-night comedian. He was a late-night lecturer, and quite annoying and wrong on just about everything. So now Kimmel is triggered by RFK Jr. comments, and guess what? That means that Kimmel has been triggered by a longtime Democrat.
Yeah.
You bearded idiot. Why don't you just get your,
I wonder how much longer he's going to be in existence.
I think the only reason he's still there, to be honest, because he doesn't get the numbers, the only reason he's still there is that ABC didn't want to create the perception that they got rid of him because of Trump. And I don't think Trump needs that either. I don't think Trump needs to be the program director.
But I wonder if they're losing money too. If they're losing money the way CBS was losing
CBS
money.
was hemorrhaging cash on the Colbert Show. So for all the fancy guests, did they come in and donate money to CBS for keeping them on? No. No, they're real good at donating your money to their causes, but not their own.
I'm curious now what's going to happen too. Is he just going to kind of disappear from the spotlight for a while?
Who's going to want him?
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
He's not,
I don't know.
Now that guy that we just played a few, Mintz, that comedian, I'd give him a shot.
Yeah.
I like his brain. I like the way it works. Well, anyway, expect the rain to continue into the evening hours, and Rich Thomas will be here bright and early tomorrow morning to get you ready for Wednesday already, middle of the week. This will be our final traffic update from Skipper.
Well, we have an accident now, East Boulevard in front of Enterprise Car Rental. We have an accident with injuries there. East Boulevard at Haskell.